What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm okay.
Word,
I'm okay.
word. Me and you both. So I'll just say to people looking right now there would be a third person on the screen, but unfortunately, Dr. Williams could not join us today, so we're going to reschedule that for a later time. So we're going to do a just
Yeah,
what
just
me and
you can't just say it like that,
well,
man. Look,
no. So let me say it like this though. Here's the thing though. But for those it was circumstances beyond all of our control, and it happens. Stephanie, she's family, man. So we're gonna make it work. But here's the dope thing: I will be with Stephanie in Charlotte on Saturday, um, at the for the gallery that we're having at the 918 Studios in Charlotte. So you could come see us live this particular Saturday from 5 to 8, and she's gonna be part of the artist talk that I'm doing after we show the film, and during the gallery as well. And she's gonna have some of her books and things that are of that nature. So I do want to say I apologize to everybody, anybody that's disappointed that she couldn't be on this particular episode. And hey,
y'all can't be nearly as disappointed as I am. I've been looking forward to this show all week.
me and you both, me and you both. But it happens.
It happens. Life happens,
It happens.
and we roll with it.
For
So
sure. We're gonna pivot, and the thing is we didn't want to cancel. Um we just, want to come on. There's a lot of things that's going on. But we're gonna try to keep it as much comments as possible. But this is what we're gonna do. And like I said again, for those who are we're gonna say it a couple more times, and we're not gonna say it again for those tuning in. Sister Williams will not be joining us tonight, but she will be with me this Saturday in Charlotte, as part of the Collections in Black Gallery. And once again, I do want to apologize for that.
where's that gallery at?
It's in Charlotte. It's in Charlotte.
No, where in Charlotte? Like,
You want the address? Let me give you the address. Give me 1 second here.
you need to tell
I mean,
the name of the location.
so let me say this too about about this particular space. I'm gonna give you the whole rundown. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I didn't just pull up the flyer. So it's the 918 Studio Gallery. It's on 700 North Tryon Street in Charlotte, and it's such a dope space. I went there last year. Well, no, I went there several months ago when we did the Collections in Black for the animation festival, and my man Trey. Shout out to the big homie Trey. Trey took us over there because one of the people who helped bring up the Proud family, he was being honored there. And so as soon as I walked into the building, the sister who's over it, I sat there and I saw her and I was like, oh man, this space is dope. And we started chopping it up. And like within minutes, we just started talking. She started talking to me about, what do I think about bringing Collections in Black to her gallery. And when I say gallery, it's not this little gallery. Like it's a big, giant space. And it's a dope space, man. So I'm honored to be there. So what we're going to do is that on Saturday we're gonna have to pop up. So we're gonna show the film. We're gonna have some hors d'oeuvres. We're gonna make it, try to make it as classy as possible. You know what I mean? It's gonna be sexy now. And then we're gonna have a talk afterwards. Me and Stephanie Williams, we're going to talk, and we're just going to talk about everything related to the culture. And she has a bunch of new books that's coming out, but it's going to be more geared towards Collections in Black, and it's just going to be a really dope event. And also, I will be bringing artwork there, so it'll be like a mini pop-up gallery as well. So I have a bunch of dope original art, and there'll be pieces that people haven't seen before. Will be in the gallery as well. Then on top of that, also, we're going to be meeting because in 2026, we're discussing bringing Collections in Black fully there for a couple of months, like the big full on blast gallery there. So that's why I've been going back and forth to Charlotte, and we're going to make something happen.
That's what's up, man. Making moves.
Trying to be like you, Paul. I mean, then hopefully when we have the big joint, I'm gonna say it now, but I'm gonna do what I can do to have you come up for the opening, and whatever type of panel or something, man, you got to be on there. It's
Come
only
on, man.
right.
You already know I'll be there.
It's only right, man. I'll make sure. I'll make sure I get you there. hotel, the room, all that. You know, we're gonna roll out the red
You give
carpet.
me a hotel room, man. That'd be a welcome surprise.
We're gonna roll out. We're gonna roll out the red carpet, man. I ain't gonna do you like that, man. I'm gonna make sure you straight
I appreciate that.
all day. All day.
So,
We do it.
what's up to the fam watching again? Unfortunately, Stephanie Williams had something come up and she was not able to join us, but we'll bring her on. We'll pivot back to her, and she's got a lot of dope stuff coming out right now.
Man.
She's got a lot of stuff. She's been cooking.
Yeah.
Sister's been cooking.
Yeah.
She's got some independent stuff coming out. Her own IP, original IP, real exciting stuff. We're used to seeing her in the comic book realm, and now she's moving into science fiction in one area, sort of a fantasy Afro Gothic type thing in another book she's working on. And on the kids front, she's working on I think a passion project for her, the Street Sharks.
Right.
She's got a lot of dope stuff coming out. So I'm looking forward to bringing her on and talking about these projects, because it's good stuff.
It's a big deal, and I think too, it's, you know, when I look at her, the one thing I want to get at Stephanie, man, is that she is really good people. The first time I met her was when I had a Collections of Black panel at the Baltimore Con.
Yeah.
And we kicked it off right then and there, and she was just super dope. And when I had my grandbaby's about to be 1 next month. She sent me 2 copies of the Sesame Street comic that she wrote. You know what I mean? So she actually provided my grandson with his first comics. So for me, that's I mean, what can I say? You know what I mean? That's super dope. So the first comics my grandson has in his collection were from Stephanie, written by Stephanie, and she signed them as well. So, she's gonna always be good in my book, if that makes any sense.
I have a pitch for her that I want to give, that I think is a viable pitch. So when we bring her on, I'm going to talk to her about that.
Okay.
So what else is good, man? What's going on in the world of comics?
I like the way you pivot that in the world. I mean, man, there's a lot going on. I guess we'll talk about the December thing at some particular point. I think we'll get into that just a little bit.
Talk about it now. Let's drop it. So,
you sure you want to talk about it now? Or you want to wait a little bit?
In general terms, I mean, we already mentioned in the last live we did, that we at Black Comic Lords are finally going to do our virtual con.
Yeah.
This is something that has been on our minds for the last few years, to be honest with you.
Right.
Almost from the very inception of Black Comic Lords, we've always talked about being in a con. And I think after the first year or two, we said, you know what, it'd be great if we could make our own con.
Right.
And I think this is the first step to doing that. It's going to be a virtual con.
Right.
But there's some advantages to that, because when you're doing a live con, I would anticipate the logistical nightmare of having to bring all of these artists from all over the place and coordinating that, the logistics of it. With a virtual con, it's just click on a button and you're there.
Right, instant.
It's instant for the creators. It's instant for those who want to participate and watch and join. The internet makes the world a lot smaller.
Right.
And it's good to take advantage of that fact. We could literally have a con that is shared throughout the entire world.
Yeah.
I thought about that the other day. Black Comic Lords is international. We have people streaming from all over the world all the time.
Yes, sir.
So when you do a virtual con like that, it is an international con. And because it's virtual, and because it's easy particularly for the creators to appear, I'm not going to go through the list of people that we have invited.
Right.
But I will say we have an opportunity It's not nothing set in stone yet. But we have an opportunity to have an amalgamation of creators, the likes of which no
And
con has ever had before.
so let me interject. Um, I think, and for those who are tuning in on right now, and I know this isn't on a day where we usually do these type of things, so we appreciate those who are able to log on and be with us right now.
Yeah, please
But
like the video and share it.
yeah, like and share, but for those who are on here, man, we really appreciate it. Like I said, we usually don't do anything at this particular time. What we're putting together, I'm gonna use the word we. What we're putting together, because I've kind of been in, once we started getting things moving, I've kind of made some suggestions, and we talked about some things.
Stop. You know you're a part of the con.
But still, but people don't see me on her all the time, so I'll come off as more of a special guest than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that, and I respect that, but people don't know that I do be behind the scenes doing my thing. But I'm gonna say this. I personally feel as if this is for those of you who are going to be at this inauguration, you're going to remember how dope this very first particular piece was, because this isn't going to be like it is, and this isn't no shade to anybody's virtual cons, online pieces, et cetera, et cetera. There's nothing like that. But I can guarantee you that the list of talent that is going to be a part of this is going to be an incredible piece, and we're not going to give any of that away. I'm just going to say that you may not be able to see all of these individuals at some of the bigger cons at one time because of their scheduling. And
Right.
I'll say this to Paul and the rest of the BCL staff, to be able to pull this off. And I'm going to say this behind the scenes, the fact that nobody's told us no yet. Nobody's told me no. And I don't think too many people, and there's people who may not because of scheduling reasons, but it's going to be a who's who of culturally relevant creators in the space. And it's going to be incredible, man. And I'm really excited for it. And I hate that we can't really get into it right now, but in the next month or so, we're about to go crazy with the information. So y'all are getting kind of like the first scoop of what's about to happen here.
And I love that. I think what we're trying to do is want to have a mix of the greatest talent on the planet with up and coming creators as well. We all family. It's going to be a virtual cookout, so to speak. We're going to have, that's kind of the vibe that I'd like to go with. Is it's going to be a virtual cookout. We're going to have all family from different levels there, and we're just all going to vibe with each other and enjoy this culture that we have. We're a niche within a niche within a niche in the Black comic book creating and collecting community. And we got to support each other, man. We have enough things going on in our lives as Black.
Yes, sir.
That we use comics as our form of escapism, our form of peace, our form of imagination and wonder.
Yes, sir.
That's what comics should be for us. And so we have a unique perspective on it from our experiences in these books and these characters done by these creators that we need to celebrate. We have our own unique culture.
Right.
There's enough trying to tear us down in this world for us not to try and do it ourselves. So I personally prefer to focus on what we can do to build each other up.
Right.
More so than anything else. So I think this is a tremendous opportunity to celebrate that.
I think it's more than that. I think that in the way that we're talking about it, y'all, I know y'all feel like we're talking in code and we're kind of talking whatever, but this is going to be big, and we're really excited about this. Brother Pitts asked a question: are we scheduling specific times for each creator? I mean, people asking questions, we might as well answer some of them.
That is yes. Particular creators will have specific times. We also want to do some roundtables. I'll say that. Roundtables on different topics with different types of creators. I don't want to give away too much because we're still literally putting it all together, but I will say that we had a meeting this weekend, the planning committee meeting, that I think we were all as we were all talking, we're all like, damn, this is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
If we could pull off half the things that of the ideas that we came up with, this is
Right.
gonna be a pretty dope event.
Well, you know what, and I think too, it's time. We probably should have did this last year as well, but you know, now is the time, and then I think it's only going to get bigger. Man, I want to talk about some of the specifics, but I'll tell you this, and it's going to be. Do we want to tell them how long the con is going to be? Do we want to do that as well, or we want? Or, I mean, we're still working that out, but
we're still working it out. We'll figure that out.
Well, let me say this. This is
Because
what
I will say this: you have your own segment, and what you're telling me is sounds so grandiose. We might have to rethink the length of our con.
Yeah. So I'll say this much to people. Tell me when I'm saying too much. Stop me when I'm saying too much, because you know
I get the feeling I'm about to say stop any second now.
So one of the things that's going to be dope, in my opinion, is that some of this will be broken up into sections. Fair? Am I saying enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to break this thing off into particular sections. So there will be the such and such will get a time slot of whomever. We'll get maybe some people will get 15 minutes, 10, whatever. You know what I mean? Some people may get whatever. Collections in Black, we're going to have a block, because in our block, we're going to have special guests on our block. We're going to do, we're going to try to do something really special. And I think everybody's going to do something special. So it'll be as if we're going to make you feel like you're at a con. So for instance, when you go to a con, you can go and you can go to the artist tables. You can go to the comics. You can go to the panels. You can see things being introduced for the first time. Everything that you would experience at a con. Listen, and let me say this. The virtual con is in no way to take place of being in person, because there's nothing like being in person. Let's just be honest. You cannot change that experience. But we're trying to offer a totally different experience. Where I think next year we'll probably wind up doing both, but that's a whole nother conversation. But we're going to have different sections where this particular company may be doing something bigger, maybe doing something smaller. There will be space. There will be advertising spaces. Okay, I'm going too far. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. Now you're crossing the line.
I'll cross the line. But there's still room. We're still looking for individuals. Correct? Am I doing too much, Paul? I mean, shoot.
You might be doing too much.
I'm sorry. I got excited.
There'll be opportunities for everyone. I'll just say it like that.
That's what I'm saying. But it ain't gonna be a free. It ain't gonna be a free for all either. And listen, all I'm gonna say is that you're going to enjoy yourself. And remember, this is gonna be the first one, so you're gonna have to give us some grace. There'll be some hiccups along the way. I'm just saying that ahead of time. But I'm telling you, you have not experienced anything like this. It's not gonna be nothing weird. It's all love, and we want you to experience the virtual con. It's not something that you're just going to watch. You're not going to be passively a passive participant. It's something that we want you'll be able to fully engage in. And trust me, it's going to be worth it. I'm very excited for this thing.
Yeah, me too. It's been a long time coming.
It has been. We've been me and you've been talking about this, for a while ourselves.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a minute.
And just the different aspects of it. So now it's time to do it. And we're going to go. The meeting itself, we should have filmed the meeting. We should have filmed the meeting.
And hearing me say that is giving me flashbacks to why that is.
Let it go. Just let it go
But
because
yeah,
I'm
you're absolutely right. We
like,
probably should have filmed that initial.
we should have felt that we should have felt the initial meeting because so much knowledge was being dropped and just the individuals who were in that meeting at that particular point can be a con within itself.
Yeah.
So that's all.
We assembled a pretty good inaugural team.
For sure. The inaugural team sounds dope, even though that just means the first team, but the inaugural team, for some reason, that sounds really dope. You
But
know?
that's why it should have been taped. That's why it should
Right.
have been taped.
Should have been. So we listen from here on out, we document everything.
Yeah, facts.
From
We
here
learned
on
our
out,
lesson on that.
multiple
We learned our
times.
lesson on that. We're gonna document it from this point forward.
So
And
also,
that'll be behind the scenes footage for the DVD. Let me stop.
So listen, and also too, I want to say next month, if I can, I just want to say we got the Collections in Black OAX all access behind the scenes, 4 episodes. It's unbelievable entertainment, y'all. When y'all see this, I put you like this: when we put the episodes together, it's going to be a whole movie by itself, and it's just on a grand scale. It was something that I started off was just going to be like a little small piece, but man, and it's timeless. It's timeless information in there. And it'll be right on time for OAX that's coming in. I want to say OAX is in February this year.
Yeah, it's in February this year. Let me tell y'all something. These last couple years, been following Phil around to these different locales, watching him film stuff. What you see in his present version of Collections in Black is a fraction, a slither
It is.
of the footage this man has filmed.
Yeah.
I get mad sometimes. I'm like, man, I know what he has filmed, and he hasn't even began to edit put it together yet. And I'm like, damn, you got some good stuff.
I mean, there are chunks of certain pieces are together, but it was also, I think I had to. I'll be very honest. When I first was doing Collections in Black, the film, the narrative was different because there was a particular book that was being worked on that was supposed to be out by the time it came out, but it didn't happen. So I had to pivot, and I didn't want to make the film about, because it was supposed to end with me getting that first copy of the particular book coming back. You know what I mean? Right. So what I had to do was I had to go back, and I'm still going to tell that story if it ever gets done. Then I can go back and put all of that in. There was a hiatus, and now we're back. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about storytelling. But there's so much stuff. Like we could even do the Schomburg. We could do. We could call it the. I don't know, and it's crazy because I got a super dope interview with Jennings at the Schomburg, talk about the importance of the Schomburg and what it means to have the comic thing here, and this is hollow ground. Oh man, it's so important.
We're gonna do a Schomburg show.
We're gonna do a Schomburg show.
And we are going to do a Schomburg show.
And listen, and I'm gonna tell you something, and some people may take offense to it or whatever, but
we're definitely gonna offend some people, but yeah, that's what it is.
But we got to be honest. Like we're at the stage in this game, man. I'm not 20-something years old, man. It's time to be honest about everything, and we got to be honest. We got to be honest within ourselves as well. We can't hold other people accountable. We're not gonna hold ourselves accountable. I'm not saying we want to hold the Schomburg accountable, but we got to have a conversation.
Yeah, that conversation needs to be had.
So that'll be soon. How about we make sure we do that before the virtual con?
Oh, it'll definitely be before the virtual con. We're gonna do that soon.
Okay.
We're just gonna get out some more logistics for the virtual con, but yeah, we'll put that together. We'll put that together. I'll probably talk to who we talked to at this past weekend in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get together a roundtable for that discussion.
Okay. And once again, I'm in Charlotte Friday, Saturday, coming back on Sunday. you want to be there, we'll put the flyer up for y'all to see. Or I'll put it in the BCL page. You can go to DJ Big Phil at IG. You can go to Philip Thompson at Facebook. All that information is on there. But we're going to show the film. I'm bringing some incredible art pieces. Stephanie Williams, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, will be live and in person in Charlotte, and it's going to be an incredible piece. And it's free. I'm not charging anybody to come in this joint either. And we're going to have food and everything else. I want people to come, have a great time, and then I got to come back and make my way back to Pittsburgh. But and we're actually coming out there, to be honest with you, because like I said before, we're trying to figure out doing the big gallery out there in Charlotte.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You went to Heritage Auctions.
Yes, sir.
Did you do any filming there?
Oh yeah, you never. Oh, so you never seen the Heritage piece, my man?
No.
I don't know if Khalil was still in here. That's who Azure Beast is. So me and Khalil went to Heritage. As a matter of fact,
Azure Beast 10. That's Khalil.
That's Khalil. I shouldn't have said that. I'm doing too much.
How has he been silent all this time? What's up, Khalil?
You know how Khalil is, man.
He always low key, man.
He's super low key. He's just buying up all the art. In the very first episode of Collections in Black by OAX All Access, you'll see me and Khalil at Heritage. You'll see us go to Heritage. Look,
so
he said nope.
Why don't you explain to those who may not be familiar what is Heritage Auctions?
Heritage Auction is, in my opinion, the biggest auction house. I mean, when it comes to comics, collectibles, things of that nature. I just talked to my man Xavier from Heritage today, but that's what he said. Not Khalil. He's out of control. But it's an incredible auction house. So if you go to Heritage online right now, you will see. Matter of fact, I think they have there's the comics and stuff up for auction right now. So that's where you'll go and you'll see the super high grades, Luke Cage's #1 9/8, the action comics, the first Batman, this, that. The original art is unreal at Heritage. Baseballs, bats, jerseys. They had the table when we were there. The time I was there, they had the bar from Cheers was on auction. The bar from Cheers was in the building. So it wasn't. When me and Khalil went, it was an incredible experience because we literally flew in, stayed at the hotel, went to Heritage, and then flew back out the next day because we were trying to get them. I was trying to get them to let me see these the Matt Baker pieces, and so they was like, to make a long story short, I've been trying to see the Matt Baker stuff. We've been talking about it, et cetera, et cetera. And they're like, you know what, we want y'all to come down. Me and Khalil came down there, and when I say they pulled off the red carpet with the joints, it was crazy. And as you can see, this is the heat that's on there. And they brought
Amazing Spider-Man #1 9.2.
How much is that going for, my brother? Or it's not even on there.
You have to sign in, and I can't sign in.
So it's and it's just amazing what you could get there at Heritage. But like I said,
Captain America #1 from 1941, timely comics.
I brokered a deal for someone to get a Captain America #1 one time. That's a whole nother story. It was a coverless one. But so we came
Amazing
in there.
Fantasy 15, 6.5.
Them books ain't that important. It's like, no.
Superman #1, 1939.
There's nothing but money in there. But to make a long story short, we went to Heritage. They brought out all these Matt Baker books, and they also brought out Matt Baker original artwork. And also, to be honest with you, we were allowed to get, me and Khalil they made a phone call for us, and I'm gonna tell you this: the cover to Luke Cage #1, I was given permission to get that for Collections in Black, but for whatever reason, it was right before we was doing. It was right before. It was like maybe a couple of weeks before Collection in Black was about to happen. So,
Phantom Lady 17 4.0.
I got 3 of those, but the there was some miscommunication between the August Wilson Center and them, and I was we had permission to get Luke Cage #1 the cover to it, the original art to it, for Collections in Black. So I'm gonna use that Uno card at a later date.
I still don't own a giant size X-Men #1.
For real?
Yeah.
The First Storm, you don't have a copy of the First Storm in your comic collection? That's crazy.
I do not. It's I promised myself I'd get one by the end of the year. I haven't done that.
I mean, you got a couple months left, so it is her 50th anniversary. So is it the 50th?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to get one, man. You can't let this year go past. You won't have one.
If anybody has a decent uncanny X-Men, I'm sorry, giant size X-Men #1 for sale, let me know.
How much you looking to pay for one? What's the most you looking to pay for one?
I'm not gonna
honestly.
Say.
I'm just saying, like where are you at though? Because you don't want to say, does anybody got one, and it's not even in your ballpark.
Just if anyone has one, reach out to me. We'll talk.
I'm gonna tell you this too. The issue with them giant size books is that those spine splits they're notorious.
Look, I'm not trying to get a 9.8 because I can't afford that.
No,
I mean, I could, but
okay,
I would probably have to like cut into my kid's college fund or something. I'm not gonna do that.
Man, don't nobody care about them kids. Go ahead and grab that book, man, call today. They be all right. They got good grades. They're gonna be straight.
You see this book, Tales of Suspense '94?
Yes, sir.
This is one of the first comic books I ever owned as a kid. This is probably my first Marvel comic book I've ever owned.
Do you have it still?
I believe so, yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what I went back in the 3 books that my stepfather gave me as a kid. I always go back and I buy them. So I have multiple copies of the first, books that I ever had. Just for nostalgic sake. And speaking of heritage, remember Xavier, who was at OX with us?
Yeah, Xavier Chavez. Is this his last name?
Yeah, he's the man over there at Heritage. So might be having. Well, I'm gonna be quiet because I don't want to talk. I don't want to give away too much. But yeah, but there's Heritage auction, there's Hawks auctions. There is there are a couple other ones, but Heritage is definitely the big boy when it comes to the auctions.
So when you walk into this place, it's an actual huge warehouse.
It's unreal. It's unreal how big it is. It's just I can't even explain it. You
gotta go through like some type of security background check type thing. I go through a metal detector and all that stuff.
Yeah. So when we go in, and I don't think you could just walk. I think you got to be by got some type of appointment or whatever. So when we first walk in, there's a sister at the desk, and they came out, they came down for us, and actually when we were there, somebody was actually filming something. So we were in one of the office rooms when they brought all the stuff in. When we were doing that, but then later on we went back to the showroom. So I think they do. Obviously, they switch the showrooms out every once in a while.
Is this one? This one isn't a Matt Baker though, right?
What's
Phantom Lady 13?
What does it say? Does it say it's Matt Baker? Yeah, art by Matt Baker.
Where do you see that?
Go up, right there. You just had it. Go down. Right there it's in the description. Family stories begin with art by Matt Baker. No less than the book contains lingerie panels and a Blue Beetle story.
Wow. 6.0 is worth $1,800.
That's the Overstreet bike. That's the Overstreet.
Understand, this one also has Blue Beetle. So you have the Phantom Lady and Blue Beetle both drawn by Matt Baker in the same book.
That's a dope book. Do you have any Baker books at all?
Yeah, I got that same one that Otis has, The Jungle, with the panther on the cover.
Okay.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
But did he do just the cover? Did he do the insides? Because it's
that
people
one I think just did the cover.
Okay, so people love. It's funny because he was one of the first really dope cover artists too. Like people really want a lot of his books just for the cover. So like that, go back up. So there's that one. So this is a book that I want. The Fam Lady number 16. Always thought that was a dope cover. I have a couple of Matt Baker books. I got a couple of dope books, but I don't have any of the Phantom Ladies, and nor do I have any of the Seven Seas. The Seven Seas are the ones that I really want by Baker. And I collect the Baker horror books. I think I got almost all the Baker horror books, besides for a few. And speaking of Matt Baker, like I said, Matt Baker's from the Caribbean. He's from Pittsburgh, and we are in the process of getting a street named after Baker pretty soon. It's just taking a little bit longer than I expected. That's all.
That's it's the street where his house was, right?
His house is still there. The house is still there.
Oh, it's still there?
It's still there on Sesame Street. So yeah, we're trying. We're gonna make it happen, man. At some point, it's gonna happen.
This is the Seven Seas book you're talking about, right?
That's one of them. They're just, and Baker's just on a whole nother level.
Art was so good, they banned it.
Facts. The way he drew women back then was unreal. Like people, like some of his particular artwork, you can look at it now and you would think that is something new. So, and I mean, what are your goals for books that you want to get by the end of the year? Is there anything in particular that you really want to have, or
I already kind of got some of those books, but the last one that I have not yet,
right?
There's actually probably two. I need to get the Giant Size X-Men #1.
Okay.
And I need a Captain America 100.
I got a couple of those. Go back down. That Ghost Stories number 15. Dope book. I have that. Yeah, I think I got about 3 Captain America 100s. I think I got about 3 of those. If I got a raw one, I'll see what I could do about blessing you with one.
I appreciate that, brother.
So I know Tristan got one too.
First meeting between T'Challa and Captain America.
Is that the first meeting between the two?
It's actually technically the second one, I think.
There
was the not Captain America 99. It's like Marvel Tales 99, something like that.
Okay.
Where they fought the Hydra.
Okay.
And Sharon Carter was in the issue too. Somewhere in the jungle. And that's what led to him inviting him to take his spot in the Avengers. Tales of Suspense, was it? I don't remember. Oh, Randy's in the building. What's up, man? We were just talking about you, brother. Indirectly, we didn't mention you by name, but we were talking about that project we were talking about. Strange Tales. Yeah, I think it was Strange Tales. Edwin Elliott, what's up? How you doing? Audio Electric. Yeah. You and I need to talk about doing that Schomburg show. We'll talk about that. Give me like a week or two. You're supposed to put together some people for us to do that round table, but we'll talk about that. That's what's up. What the hell's Phil doing? As you can see, Phil's in his underground lab at his house. Mad scientist. So what?
Don't start that.
Not starting nothing, man. I'm looking at your empty chair.
I'll be back. I said, let me go grab a couple books or something real quick. You know what I mean? So let me grab a couple joints. So since we're still here, you know what I mean?
There you go. Oh, you got 2 of them?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. Let's see something here.
So you just got it sitting there in that nasty ass plastic. Is that even in Mylar?
Oh, it's Mylar. It's my light.
My lights. I usually buy my lights.
That's the book that's up there on Heritage right now.
Okay.
You know, I keep a couple bakers. So listen, I got a tape pull. So sick about that. And this is actually like my favorite Matt Baker cover, like one of my favorite covers. Like that cover is just unbelievable, man. More Baker goodness.
Oh, Saint.
Yeah, my Baker collection is nice. And you know, of course, you gotta have this one.
So yeah, Jumbo Comics. I got the Jumbo Comics with the same girl, but with the Black Panther on the cover.
Yeah, but that's not this one.
That's what?
This the one to have.
Well, I couldn't get that one.
Well, you know, you got big money, man. You need to go ahead and make it happen.
I don't have big money.
Please, you're a big time lawyer out here, man. Got these big cases, man.
More money, more problems, man.
You keep the streets of Florida safe.
Well,
You like Orlando Vice, dog.
I wish.
Sexual Chocolate, what's up, bro? But yeah, so I mean, listen. Once again, to those who logged in, man, we apologize for Steph couldn't be here today. So you know, we decided we still gonna get on there and chop it up. So I'm just gonna confirm something, man. My man Khalil's gonna be part of the collections and black part of my con. I can announce that. So the first person we've ever announced will be Khalil. So that's all. And when we talk about we gonna show out on this, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Randy, we were talking preliminarily about the con. Got some dope stuff coming, man. I'm looking forward to it.
He should have jumped on, but it's all right. What he needs to do, I need to talk to Randy about that he got a what's the one book that he has with the Aesop mob on that drawing, and I think he got him signed or whatever. I don't have one of those, so he needs to go ahead and send me one of those.
Oh jeez,
he know what I'm talking about.
Flatbush Zombies.
The Flatbush Zombies joint, yep.
Flatbush Zombies.
Oh, I said the Flatbush Zombies is Joey Badass in them, right? That's not the ASAP squad, is it? Yeah, Flatbush Zombies. There we go. Randy, I need that. I don't have one. Also, Randy, do you know if there's any original art for that, or was that digital? He needs to just jump on so I'll sit there and talk to him via this.
Ask him if he wants to come on. Ask him if he wants to.
Randy, man, if you want to jump on, man, you need to come ahead and jump on real quick. Because I know I'm gonna have to pack in a little bit. I ain't even packed, and I gotta go to Charlotte in the morning. Brandy, you jumping on? Oh, he said he helped create 2 minutes.
Let me text him the link.
Man, I really want to talk about this con, man. I'm trying to be quiet.
You don't have anything to talk about yet. We're still in the preliminary stages.
Oh, I got a lot to talk about on my side of things, because you know I hate you up today about some things we got going on, man. I'm gonna say this too. The one thing I will say is that what I want to do is I'm so interested in seeing what everybody else is going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be dope. I'm interested in seeing. I can't even say who these people, because I can't say who's involved.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I'm interested in seeing what I'm going to do, and also I'm really interested in just seeing this, and I think it's going to be a dope experience, and I don't think people are. I mean, people are going to be ready. People are going to be hyped for it. It's like something they've never seen before.
Randy, I just text you the link.
Who knows? Maybe at the end of the card, I'll go ahead and let y'all stream Collections in Black for the first time live.
What are you talking about? We were supposed to do. We already did a Collections in Black live.
No, I'm talking about stream the movie live.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, I might. Nah, I'm doing too much.
Stop. Don't promise things you can't do, man.
I gotta talk to my lawyer first.
I am your lawyer.
I am talking to my lawyer. And you advised me not to do it, so
yeah, don't do that. That's
no. That would just be giving away free. We can't give away free. He said he ready.
The first hit's always free. You gotta click the link, man.
That's your boy. Did he click? He didn't click.
You must click the link.
I know people are watching. Like, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
I know you got like a house full of kids and stuff.
I literally was like, let me just come through support my people. And I was like, oh, Phil, boy, all right, what's going on? What's going on, PCL family? What's going on?
Hey, Randy, man, let me ask you this. Is there original art for that Flatbush Zombies book? Is there penciled art or is it digital art?
I believe there is. So the Flapper Zombie cover. So that is. So first and foremost, all shouts to Rob Markman, my guy, put that together. Rob Markman with Z2 Comics, with of course the Flapper Zombies, the actual group that went to Bulletproof Comics, reached out to Hank and was like, "Yo, we got to do something special." So Hank obviously was like, "Yup." And you got the official frame joint. Hold on.
He just disappeared into the blurred ether.
And mine is signed, by the way. But
come on now, we gotta, we can't game.
Signed by the whole Flatbush Zombie crew.
Absolutely, and then we got to hold on.
So, hey, brother Randy, can you do me a favor?
Talk to me.
Can you get me one so I can add it to Collections in Black? So the only thing is we only do original art, like we don't do
prints. Yeah, that's a print.
Any prints. But even if I tell you what, but even if they give me one, I can still put it up like in the lab or whatever, and you can have them signed, to make it specific Collections in Black, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So then I could do something very specific with that. You know what I mean? I think that would be dope.
I have the slab around here somewhere. Right. Oh, hold on.
Yo, his background is wild.
I'm a tech baby. Come on now. But yeah, so this. Hold on. I gotta turn the blur off for this one. Hold on. I gotta turn the blur off for this one. So this is we got a couple of them that were graded.
Okay.
A couple of them that were graded. So this is that 9.9.
Ooh, that's crazy.
9.9. I got a couple of these signed. Phil, we talk. So I see what I do. We got this signed by Zombie Jews, Eric the Architect, Hank, JJ Lopez, Rob Markman, Damian Scott, and then it goes to the back, Michi Darko. So yeah, 9.9. I mean, that's almost a perfect score right there. I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yes, to answer your question. So Hank reached out to me, was like, Chocolate, we got to get this done. So obviously we reached out to the god, Damian Scott, and then Damian Scott did it. So we wanted to do a Into the Dragon homage, as you can see. So that's what we got it now. I believe Damian might have the original to this. I got to ping him. I'm talking to Damian right now because I got some buns in the oven with him, but let me ping him.
Pause.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Because December 6th, I'm like, Damien, I need you. So, but yeah, let me reach out to him. I'd never asked him about the original art, oddly enough. I never reached out to him about that.
Yeah, that would be dope. So here's the thing, one of the things that I really want to do for next year, I'm thinking about just possibly is, talk to a couple people. But I want to do a Collections in Black, like a hip hop oriented one, because I do have some original.
You gotta have Damian Scott on for that.
Oh, that one I can give you a lineup right now if you let me know, because I already have. So we got to take this. I'm being very careful and respectful. I have an internal what is it, NDA, but there's some ideas that I've been kind of field testing, and they're like, "Yeah, do it." I'm like,
You better do it before me, cuz.
there's one in particular that's probably gonna drop sooner than you think. And honestly, you and Paul kind of just demoed it a few minutes ago, and I was like, all right, it's there.
Okay.
And Paul's like, what the hell are you talking about? You guys literally just demoed it. The only person is the seats would be interchangeable, and it would be other individuals doing the exact same thing. But yeah, I know the BCL like, what are you guys talking about? Why are you guys talking in code? Unfortunately, BCL, we've signed NDAs, and there's certain behind the scenes in the BCL family that are now not up for grabs until a further date. But we are definitely working behind the group.
We have so much stuff cooking. That meeting we had this weekend.
See, first now everyone's gonna ask, what meeting? What are you talking about?
Now we discussed that we did discuss, you know.
See,
we did discuss the meeting. We
discussed we had a meeting.
Okay,
we had a meeting, but we did talk about we didn't talk about
the specifics.
No specifics.
Touche. It's funny though, because I was telling people on my whatnot and early on, save these dates, and they're like, yeah, you got to sign in with this person, and I was like, save December 6th, and they're like, December 6th? That's not in your repertoire. You don't do Saturdays. So just shut up and save it. And then all of a sudden they go, a few of them reached out to me and was like, are you involved? I'm like, I told you, save December 6th. Just save it. Just save it. Don't ask no questions. Just trust me. And they're like, dude, this is I just saved December 6th. So all I need you to do, just get a phone, get some Wi-Fi, and relax. That's all I need you to do.
And let me say this too, for my people. I'm coming with the big dog. And
don't spoil your own program, man.
I can't help it, man. Sometimes I get excited, but I just want to say this. I just want people to come. And like I was saying earlier, you may have missed it. Yeah, for real. I'm interested in seeing what everybody else does. Like I'm so ecstatic, and I think I think people are going to. I think there's going to be a bunch of dope drops that day. I think there's going to be some really big things. I want people. I want people. People are going to get the con experience virtually, and we're going to do our very best to provide that. And it's just going to be unique. And I feel like it's something that the community needs. Like
Oh man. What I will say this: if what we discussed this weekend manifests, what Phil said about this being everything you can get at a live con will be there, will not be will be a tremendous understatement.
Facts.
When you think about what's the biggest con you can think of?
New York Comic-Con,
New York,
San Diego,
MegaCon.
Think about what makes those things big. You have Hollywood stuff, you got cosplay stuff, you got high-end celebrity comic creators, you got
holy crap. I just thought about Phil. I'm gonna say Phil, Paul, the way my brain works, and I'm sitting there going, oh, we didn't discuss this. I'll talk to y'all offline. I'm like,
we're right here. Get the private chat and the thing right now.
You got the hip hop heads showing up. I mean, everything that you could expect to see at a major con
will be there.
Could potentially be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even over exaggerating.
We both type at the same time.
Check that out. I can't believe that was never even.
No. I think so. We did talk about that, but we have to.
I don't think we really expounded on that.
But hold
on. Now I got to add to the chat.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me say this.
I don't think we did. That's a possibility. See? Yeah, because. So
okay.
What I want, where my brain is going, would be to touch all branches from the tree and make it a BCL from all branches that are partaking.
But one more time for those we're talking in code. Now, here's the thing, though. Go back to the private chat. Hold on.
See, I apologize to the BCL family because that's the thing. Remember, when I say true, we have different branches that are going to be assisting us in this endeavor. Those branches have their own established situation. So if we can get one of those branches to say, hey, make this one, make that, you know, see what I'm saying? Because we have different branches coming through. So that would be a very dope situation because I'm not thinking one, I'm thinking multiple that can be acquired during, yes, I'm thinking multiple that can be acquired during this con. And then it's like, wait, y'all don't have just one? Y'all got absolutely. And you can only get them here. Oh, man.
Exclusives to, okay.
Yes, because here's why. Because you brought up something and what makes a con. I'm prepping right now. I just got the house, the cleaning ladies to clean my house so my wife doesn't murder me.
Talk that shit. Did you say that the cleaning lady? This nigga got money. I'm sorry, y'all.
So
no, he just got jobs that take up all his time. So he's a cleaning lady.
Listen, so okay. My wife
private chat real quick.
The house. Absolutely. Listen. So
absolutely.
I mean, come on now.
First of all, Phil, you're not going to be done with that by that time.
No. But
let me rephrase that. I don't want you
to rush.
I'm speaking as your lawyer. Don't rush the product. Never rush the product. Make the product right.
It's coming out. We're talking about dropping the ash can at.
Oh, you see, you're just gonna talk about it. See, you can't even.
Oh, yeah, you gotta put multiple NDAs on top of NDAs when it comes to Phil. You just gotta lock it out.
The man cannot hold water.
Well, listen, I don't pillow talk. I can hold water, but I tell you what, when I talk about this book stuff, I get excited. You know what I mean? So there's levels.
Well, we're thoroughly excited, but definitely yes to that. And then the beauty of it, and then the secondary, obviously we're gonna have individual contractors partaking. They obviously don't have a group or a club of their own, but there's nothing wrong that says, hey, can these individual contractors procure a print that we can then move forward? Because it's not going to be a book, but there's nothing wrong with a print.
True. We're gonna be hustling.
Oh, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I already have a couple shops in Brooklyn that have already. Yeah. By the way, Paul, did you check that email I sent you?
I saw that you sent me the email. I haven't read it yet.
See, I moved quick. You
did move quick. You gave it like 24 hours, and you already.
I told y'all I'm gonna get this to you in the next an hour. You guys thought I was joking.
You weren't joking.
Got that shit. Good stuff.
Oh, very nice. Okay, to everyone in the BCL chat right now,
we're like losing viewers because we're talking so much code.
There is a palpable level of excitement that you guys are now watching or witnessing bubbling up, and we would love to just say, here's what it is. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, because we want to produce and provide you with the utmost quality. The only thing that I ask is make sure December 6th you're there. Get an iPad, get a phone, get a computer, get some internet, sit down, relax, and enjoy the ride. Oh, man.
Did you see what I just put in there?
This could be the biggest.
You see what I just put in there?
Let me not even say it.
Well, you know what? You should say it. You want to know why I say that? Because first and foremost, me as a consumer and someone that's still operating as a customer of BCL, right? You guys, there's other black comic, and it's not just comic. I call it culture, right? Because saying comic just kind of isolates you into one niche. No, you guys talk about things that move the culture. It just so happens that our mainstay is comics and, of course, pop culture to a degree. But let's be for real. There hasn't been anything in that. Yes, we have the Atlantic Con, which is great. and we're not getting. Those are our brothers, and Greg and Marcus and those guys are awesome. But outside of Atlantic Con, the only thing that you can point to is DreamCon. And DreamCon, while it is amazing, it's not a Comic Con. It's a Screamer Con. It's a Kai Cenat Con. It's it's those guys. It's
a
great.
Con.
Yeah, but it's the truth. And it's not a knock. I love those guys. It's RDC World. It's those guys. It's not our people there.
Right.
So this is us cultivating it and producing it for our culture. I mean, it don't get better than that.
Yeah.
I agree, and I agree with that. I think this is it's like food, but it's for us, by us. You know what I mean? But I think the thing about it too is that not only are we the experts in this particular field, we're also the consumers. We're not individuals who, you know, a lot of these particular people, a lot of these things are ran by people who are not necessarily lovers of the culture. They respect it, but they're not lovers of the culture. Like, I'm not putting together something that I don't want to see myself. And I have very high standards when I go to certain things, and I don't go to anything. And I'm gonna tell you what. Also, all of my guests are going to be treated like guests. They're going to be treated as if they're going to a big con. They're going to feel like they're being flown out with the rooms, and they're going to be at their house though, because that's not going to happen.
Of course,
but we're going to figure out a way to roll out the carpet,
the red carpet,
in a virtual way. Like, I want you to. It's like when you. I don't. So if anybody knows me, when you come to my house, I make you feel as if you're home. I roll out the red carpet. Nobody's gonna come to my house and be like, well, Phil didn't feed me, he didn't give me nothing to drink, it wasn't comfortable, it was this. Like, when you come to my house, I'm offended if you don't partake in what's, you know, the festivities per se. You understand what I'm saying? So it's
especially if it involves your brother on the grill.
Yeah. Paul been on my crib. He know how it works. He been over. He know how we do. So
Kevin Pitts. I just peeped his message. He's like, listen, you know, we got come. First off, we already got that covered, because you know that we got. Once I'm here, CGC is already with me. That's done and solidified. CGC, that's done. Everyone, that's gone. So you don't have to worry about that. By the way, Kevin, your book's literally on the way back from CGC this week, so make sure you hit me up. Absolutely. But you know what's funny?
He wants to know if we're gonna have merch too. Another part of it.
Oh yeah, we're not playing games. But it's funny you mentioned that, because my brain goes two things. One, the BCL, Paul, the Herschel, these guys are in control. Two, I don't want to touch it, but I can't pretend what's not in my heart. We've seen what happened when the vision of certain cons go astray, aka Shaman.
We had this. All right, so let's talk about. We had this conversation.
So it's like while you're talking, Phil, in the back of my head, I'm just thinking of myself and Paul standing in the rain, looking at each other like, "What the fuck is this?"
Standing in the rain is wild.
But and that's no sauce. That's legit.
So let me ask you this: catch your honest question. I'm gonna ask you this. I can't help myself. So. Well,
I will mute you if you go ahead.
Well, Bulletproof is going to have their own section, right? Their own segment. Or will it be at the con? Or is it going to be the Randy Watson segment?
We talked.
No. Let me work. I'm asking you one more. I'm just asking you.
That's a great question. So let me answer that question twofold.
Because we need to. Let's give the people just a little something. So let
me answer this for you.
Yes, sir.
I am not the CEO and the owner of Bulletproof Comics.
However,
the owner, I definitely have his ear. So in one way or another, Bulletproof Comics will absolutely be shown there, and it will not be a represented by sexual chocolate. Obviously, I'm Bulletproof till I die, but it will be its own standalone. Oh, Bulletproof Comics did X, or it will absolutely be there.
So let me ask you this then.
We are not having.
I was like, where are we going?
I'm involved in.
That is not what I thought.
Where we have to have an LCS represented at the con, and I ain't gonna have one from my hometown.
Oh, come on! Listen,
that's just not gonna happen.
Check the email that I sent you, Paul.
You
See?
know, I don't ever talk about LCSs in New York, and I don't big up Bulletproof.
That's a
You
fact.
know
That's
that.
an absolute fact. That is an absolute fact. That's
Every
every
time.
freaking show. The minute I drop in, best comic book shop in
Best
NYC.
LCS
That's a
in
fact.
NYC.
And we got juices now too.
And you got all my juices.
Oh, so I told everyone. So I told Hank yesterday. I said, "You are a." So Hank is Asian, but Hank is black in here because his soul. He
He's
bleeds.
Blasian, man. Don't,
Nah,
he's not
and
white.
we
He's
had
Blasian.
Phil. If you guys, I need you to go to Phil's website. Go support the collection in black because the interview that I'm referring to is there. Paul has a bit of that interview as well. But the reason why I say that, without turning this into the Bulletproof Comics show, Hank was in the middle of the hood.
Good idea. We should have a book. We'll talk about that.
What? Come on now. So Hank was in the middle of the hood, and it's still in the hood. Now it's been gentrified. Back in the 90s, when the gangs were running it back and forth, that was the only place where someone that looks like me and thought like me, even though my family was in the streets, I was a geek. I was not allowed to run the streets. I was Super Nintendo and video games. That was our safe haven. That was our Switzerland. And Hank defended us. There's been multiple times where the gangbangers came into the shop and Hank stood there and said, "Get out. No, these are my kids."
Right.
AKA, that is full circle. The Flapper Zombies were kids in the shop. Hank defended when they blew up. They said, no. We got to give back because this man stood there to the big gangbangers and the Bloods and the Crips and said no. And when they pulled out guns, Hank said, "I don't care. These are my kids. Get the hell out." No.
Hank is unk for real.
Oh, Hank, this is my guy. I love him. He's
Yeah,
done
respect
so
him.
much. We can go on and on about that.
I mean, when we went to Bulletproof, what was that, like 2 years ago that I was there? I've may have been like, it was 2 years ago. It just felt like I was, it felt like home. Like we walking and we were all in the back. That was such an epic. That one picture we all took was just epic with everybody in there. It was
So
unreal.
Phil, think about that. So Hank gave me Bulletproof to just do what I want. I put together that Schaumburg after party, right? It just turned into what it turned into. I think you were there with your wife or your missus, or just chopping, because I remember I was explaining to her. She's like, "What's CGC?" And I was like, "Let him do it. Let him do it. He wants to do a couple of CGC." But that event, and it's funny because that event also goes back into what you were talking about. So me being as the Bulletproof tech support, being the celebrity liaison, when they have signings and everything, they got to run through me. Me as someone who comes from a hospitality background, yes, I do 9 to 5. I'm a IT. My mother and I, we do party planning and all of that. My wedding, I designed my wedding. My wife literally said, "I want this. Me as the man, I designed it. I did everything from the centerpiece, the floor, whatever." So when they walk in, I treat them the same way as if it was freaking Todd McFarlane walking into Midtown. Joe Illich is my mentor. When Joe walks in, he's like, "Hey," I said, no. From these 2 hours, you don't know me. Let me help. I need you to feel welcome, because I know when you go to those other shops, they don't treat you like that. They just see you as little Joe Illich. No. You are Milestone God. When Vita Ayala comes to Bulletproof, when Nick Draper Ivy comes in, when N. Stephen Harris, Greg Burnham, Greg Elize, Stephen, not to say all the other dudes don't come in, but I make it my business. When my people come in, I'm going to let them feel love. We eat, we chill. That's how the Schaumburg after party came about. I was like, "Listen, Sunday there's nothing. Let me do something." Hank was like, "The shop is yours. Do what you want." I said, "Hey, no, the shop is mine. Do what you want." And you guys saw what happened. We had a ball. We had a blast.
Yeah. It was a whole vibe, man.
We had a
good
ball.
time.
It was a whole vibe.
And that Applebee's serves breakfast across the street. I'm gonna give 100, man. Listen, man, that was the best. As a matter of fact, my Storm piece, Larry Stroman was doing that while we were eating breakfast across the street at the Applebee's.
Do you guys know the story about how the after party came about?
No.
Really?
I remember seeing you at the basement in the Schaumburg last year. And you were like, "Black Comic Lords is in the building." I'm like, "What?"
Okay,
this was done. This was finished while we were eating. This was getting done.
I'm not surprised.
While we were on our way over to the after joint. Larry was sitting there knocking us out, man. We just had these bomb steaks. Man, listen, with these crazy steaks, it was crazy.
I'm not okay. So I gotta tell you this.
Shout out to Casper in the building.
Oh yeah.
Casper from OAX in the building.
So a few years ago, so I'm the reason that Tribe and and Larry and Todd came to Schaumburg that year.
Okay.
But you guys,
Really?
so okay. So all right, let me give you the cliff notes. I'm going to speed through it because it's a kind of a long story. I reached out to Larry Stroman. I'm going to show you the artwork. I reached out to Larry Stroman. I said, Larry, I saw him on Instagram. Didn't know him from a hole in the wall. Yeah, I knew Try, but remember, guys, I'm still a neophyte when it comes to comic book knowledge. So yeah, I know certain things, but not like Paul and Phil. These guys lived it. I just got in officially hardcore in the last 6 years. So my knowledge is still growing.
All right.
So I heard of Try, but I didn't put two and two together. He had some dope art. I wanted the art. I paid for it. A year came by. Nothing happened. Larry Stroman was pretty much ducking and dodging me at that time. Words were exchanged. Me being a cyber deviant, I said, okay, let me flex my power. And I flexed, and word got back. Next thing you know, I got a call from Todd and was like, yo, let's just throw some fire down, and because this is hot. And I got on the phone with Larry, and Larry, we spoke like men, and we hemmed. There was some craziness that happened. So we hemmed the relationship. Fast forward to the point now, we hemmed the relationship to the point now he's asking me for pointers and this, that, and third. I'm like, yeah, Schaumburg. He came to Schaumburg because he wanted to see me, because he was like, yeah, how does this one? And I was like, okay, cool. Came to Schaumburg because of me. Then Todd reached out, came to Schaumburg, had a good time at the Schaumburg. So now I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing that Sunday? So now the hustler in me goes, I gotta shop. Let's get some signings. Let's get some stuff done. So he's like, yeah, I'll come to your shop on that Sunday. I'm like, if I'm gonna have that shop, if I'm gonna have Todd come and Larry from as elder statesman, I might as well galvanize everybody else there and tell them to pop out and let's see what happens. And I reached out to everyone. Obviously, Newton is another Haitian buddy of mine. So I'm like, Newton, you coming? Greg Elize, his cock D's last. I said, you're coming. There's no anti in there for butts. And then obviously Marcus William and Greg Burnham. These are my brothers. I met them years prior at New York Comic Con. And then we already had business dealings because they were doing at the time, they were about to launch their Fortnite collab. And me as a gamer, I'm like, whoa, you got to make sure you got your ducks in a row, because once people see this, they're going to do it. And that's how the whole thing came. But it started because Larry Stroman and I were on odds, and that was our rekindling, and everybody got the benefit because of it. And then, hold on. The piece of art that I wanted was this baby, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, what was the big deal?" I was like, "Wait till you see it." Everyone
Did you get the one with what's her name by herself? Was that yours?
Ooh. And colors too.
So let me tell you something about.
So he colored it. It was in black and white, and then after we made up and whatnot, obviously he gave me some other art. But this one was so on the back of it. It says, "Two grown men rekindling and hashing it up like men." That's what
so
it says.
that storm is crazy because it's funny. You see, I got a storm, right? You see, I got a storm, right? Because he was supposed to be doing this. He did a storm for me. I'm about to say that's my motherfucking picture right there, nigga. But I'm gonna tell you that.
Listen, Larry Stroman. I wouldn't ask him. I don't know.
And no, but he hooked you up to that. That one's crazy. Hey, listen, that.
Oh yeah,
I love. So I'm collecting storm pieces now. We got Kazra in the chat. I don't know if Kazra is still in the chat or not. I mentioned OAX a couple of times earlier in the broadcast. For those who don't know, that is, and I'll be honest, I've said it 100 times. That is my favorite con of the year.
Is OAX a con or is it like a marketplace?
It's a market. It don't. But when you get there, if you're a fan of original art, it's okay. It's like nothing you've ever witnessed. I can't explain it to you. Like New York Comic Con is magic. It is dope. All the spots are dope. But there's nothing like I can't explain. I mean, Paul will tell you.
Okay.
I believe you.
It's not really a con.
Okay.
It's a con in the sense of how it's laid out. But comics. It is more intimate and personal than any con you've ever been to.
Okay.
There's no commercialism. Let me put it to you that way.
So it's pure.
It's pure. Okay. It's pure comic art and their creators. There's no manga. There's no toys. There's no.
There's
So
some, but
this is-
no, there's some.
it's
There's
a
some.
Comic Con before Marvel and DC got it. So it's like a local con, but that's tailored just for this
It's
event.
got a local con feel, but it's
Mhm.
got high end talent and art.
Oh, so it's like that con that they have in freaking where's Jimmy Gelato?
No.
In Italy?
It's not like. Wait a minute.
Lake Como.
So let me tell you this. There's nothing like OAX.
Really?
So I'll put you like this. All your
Oh,
favorite artists are there.
So he says OAX is more like an art fair plus a 72-hour party.
It is.
Ooh.
It's unreal. It's unreal. It's the best ish ever.
Speaking of art, you know who quietly humbled me?
Who?
My guy Keith Williams. So I would go to cons all over Brooklyn, all over New York, and I would see, and he knows myself and my other mentor Darius Cello Comics. And I would always see Keith, and I would always be like, "Yo, man, nobody's at his booth." I'm like, "What the hell?" And I would always feel a type of way because I know him, and he's a dope dude, and he's always so cordial and nice. I'm like, "Oh man, nobody's at his booth." But I would always see people go to it, and he had like these folders. And I remember one day I asked him, and I was like, "Keith, no disrespect, like when you come to these cons, like you don't have no exclusives or nothing. Like, what are you doing?" He said, "Come here." And he was like, "What? You say you see these 3 empty binders?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Every single one of them holds 110 pages. Every single one of them has original art." And I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck does that mean?" So I go back and I go tell Hank, and Hank's like, "Do you understand how much these fucking original arts start at?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "The cheapest one is like $500." And I was like, "What?" So now the next con I go back, and he has 4 binders full, and I'm like, "Why is the cheapest thing in your book $1,000?" And he's like, "I normally sell out in 2 days." I said, "Motherfucker!" I said, "Yo!" And I'm sitting here thinking, and he's just and he's like, "Original art." I'm like, "What's your most expensive?" He's like, "That I bring to a con, probably 10 grand." I'm like, "And you sell it here?" And he's like, "Yeah, people come in, I sign it, take a photo, and hell yeah." And I'm sitting there like, "Nigga, never mind." I go, "Never mind."
It's a totally different. It's a totally
Yeah,
different,
quiet.
totally
And I'm
different world, man.
quiet money. And I'm saying,
It's
"What up, Paul?" From the B,
Just showing y'all Bulletproof Comics.
just quiet money. And they're like, "No, that's the Schaumburg after party." But yeah,
This
that's
is
why when I
Schaumburg
see you,
after
Phil,
party,
going out
yeah,
over there,
man.
I'm like, "Yo, these pieces ain't cheap."
you got to try to make your way out there. Look at my piece right there. You got his hand on it. See, I just showed it.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, man, if you get a chance, man, everybody should plan to make that move in February.
Oh, there goes my guy Hank.
It's the dopest spot, in my opinion. It's definitely my favorite. So
We gotta check that out. I'm excited. 72-hour party. See, I'm sorry. I know Paul don't want me to talk about it, but everything
my
goes
man
back
giving me this right here.
Yep, that's it. I know Paul don't want me to talk about it, but I go back to goddamn, they ruined the fuck out of Schaumburg. I'm sorry. They ruined the F out of Schaumburg, man. Like,
yeah, but we got other options now, man. I mean,
that's the beauty of it. So this December 6th that we talking about, maybe never know. Listen, I speak positive into the future.
Well, we're not sure. Well, I'm not trying to be we're not trying to be the next anything. We are definitely.
Oh no, the reason why I say that is because no. I'm not saying you're 100% right. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it because Schaumburg was a staple, cornerstone, and things went left. We'll talk about that in a future show. So I'm saying we need more shows that are for us, by us, because we see what happens when we are no longer the ones behind the wheel, or when someone that's not from our direct corner of the culture takes over. Because just because they look like us don't mean they for us.
Facts.
We'll get into that a little bit later because I'm purposely trying not to touch it, but we're gonna get into that in a later show.
You done touched it already.
No, trust me, I haven't. Oh, trust me, I haven't. Trust me, I haven't. No, trust me. Because first we got to talk about what it really is, right? What it means, because everyone here is hearing Schaumburg and the fall of Schaumburg, but if you don't understand what it meant, you don't care about it falling, right?
Right.
So we have to explain, we have to prop it up in its rightful place to explain what it is and how it relates to us as in that African diaspora, and then to then cut to where we are now, present day, to how it's been damn near, I don't even want to say it because it's wrong, but damn near Trumpified.
Oh, man, you wait. I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
gonna
how
go.
pissed off we are about it. Yeah, I went there. That's how pissed off we are about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't go. I didn't go. I had something else going on this show. I couldn't make it.
Listen. I'll leave you with this one, and we'll get off the Schomburg conversation.
My
Paul was
feelings ain't
there.
hurt.
Paul was there 2 years ago, and he was at the Schomburg after party. Paul had such an amazing experience. He flew out the whole freaking family.
I did.
I
In the rain.
I know.
Stand in the rain for one day.
And that was after bigging up the event all year to my family.
Yeah.
It's such an amazing event. You have all the. I was looking forward to my daughter loves reading. My daughter loves reading. That's her passion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're gonna meet so many young, talented brothers and sisters that do art, that write, that create, and this is your opportunity to meet them, shake hands with them, get tips for them, get signed art, signed comics, signed graphic novels. And so I've been bigging it up all year. I flew my family. This is my birthday weekend.
That's true.
I remember. I remember.
It was my birthday weekend. And they asked me, what did you want for my birthday? I want to take my family to New York. To
Schomburg. I want to spend money on y'all.
I want to spend money on y'all. And they had all these vendors, people I respect and love, out in the friggin' rain, getting their merchandise wet.
We're out in the rain in the legit street.
In the street.
Let's add that as a caveat. In the rain, in the street, it was a 2-day event. They dropped it down to a 4-hour event one day. That's why it's so passionate, and because we, Bulletproof Comics, myself, we were the mouthpiece of Schomburg. Every con we went to, hopefully I can get a signing of Bloodletter. November 21st, get yourself on Whatnot. You might just get yourself a copy.
Shout out to Expensive Paper. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Oh, Expensive Paper, how are you?
But I gotta show love for that. Hold on.
Oh no, absolutely.
Hold on.
Show me the money! I need to feel you, Jerry! Show me the money! Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money! I love black people!
Appreciate
it. You said I love black people. I'm crying. Man.
So I just, just to reiterate, once again, apologize for Stephanie Williams not being able to make it. But I will say this, she will be with me in Charlotte on Saturday. Also, if you're here in Pittsburgh, so Cash was actually going to be in Pittsburgh tomorrow. I can't meet him. I'm going to be in Charlotte, but he's going to be here for the Eddie P Con. Rest in peace, my man Ed Pittscore. This is like the second year that they're doing it, and Cash was, I believe, is helping out behind the scenes, so he's going to be here up until Tuesday.
Wait, he has a con?
Yeah, the Eddie P Con here in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
I didn't even know that. I didn't
so
heard about
after
that.
he passed away last year, they did. They threw one together, and then this year,
that's clean.
I believe, and I may be saying I'm not sure, but I think Kazra and him had a lot to do with it this year.
Okay.
And the family as well. I know the family, so I can't meet them. I'll be in Charlotte.
Yep, that's us in the rain and getting. It's myself, Newton, Hank, Cello Comics, Carmelo Vargas. Just getting soaked.
Getting soaked.
Oh no, that's Kurt.
Man's got a hardware over there to the left.
That ain't Newton.
He got albums. Harriet Tubman behind him. Everything's getting wet in the rain.
Yeah, I went home.
First off, well, so we didn't want to go, right? We didn't want to go. And we got to have the Schomburg show because when something is in your heart, you just can't help it. That's Schomburg. Obviously, it's for you guys, but for me, and then I felt so bad. Because it wasn't like a week later. I'm like, wait, with the whole family?
Shout out to Kendu Cheek. Shout out to
Kendu. Yeah, Kendu's another one. Dope. My boy Newton. Yeah, once I found out, or once I confirmed that Paul's coming with the whole family, I was like, oh my God, he's coming to New York for this? Ah,
West Village in the house.
yep.
And Stephen Harris in the
And
house.
Stephen Harris and DJ Ben Hameen. Hell yeah, that's the crew. Love it. Got the Jimi Hendrix. Stephanie from Fair Square Comics.
Fair Square, yeah. TJ Sterling.
Oh, yep, Abrams. Yep.
I mean, if it wouldn't have rained, it probably would have been dope out there like that. But I still don't want to be outside with books and stuff though. Like that leaves too much to chance.
But bro, this presentation that TJ was doing, this was the only comic book presentation.
It wasn't even okay. All right, so I got to give you a taste of it. I'm sorry, guys. And to the BCL family, they're like, Chocolate, you keep going back. Yes, I can't.
The artwork was crazy on there.
Schomburg was obviously Schomburg's in the Schomburg Museum. The museum was created by Arturo Schomburg, who's a Puerto Rican African American individual. This is one of the few. It's a legit library and a museum that's tailored for African Americans in Harlem. And you know Harlem is Black Mecca, right? So when you walk in, to be clear, don't mean to interrupt you. That building you see on the screen, that's a Schomburg. Yes. That entire building had all of us in it for the whole festival. What they relegated us to was that street you see with the tents right there. Absolutely. They moved us out of the house and put us in the field. In the field, absolutely.
See, y'all, hey man, stop.
Phil, you think I'm joking? So check this out. So the Schomburg is already as a museum.
Pause.
They hold.
Pause.
Pause.
Man.
Oh, my queen, Stephanie!
I was hoping you guys were still on. I just got back home, so I figured might as well try.
Welcome. How are you, Steph?
I am doing all right. It has been quite a week, quite a day.
Every con I go to, I gotta stop by and say, Stephanie, I love your Nubia. She goes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to say first and foremost, Stephanie, thank you for coming. You didn't have to come in today. I was going to see you on Saturday anyway, so it didn't make me no difference. But I just want to say this to everybody that's on here. You know, when I first met Stephanie at Baltimore Con, super pleasant, dope person, and I'm gonna set this up for y'all because I need y'all to understand how dope this was. It was me, Steph, Sanford Green in the very beginning. And I remember people started because there was so much going on, and like where our panel was, you had to like go up the elevator upstairs. It was like away from everything. So it wasn't. It had to be a destination. You had to want to go there. You wasn't going to be able to stumble in there. If that makes sense. So while we're doing this thing, all of a sudden, all the creative people just start coming in. And I'll never forget. Who else was with me? There was
Keith Williams, Brian Stelfreeze, Sway, and also Afua.
So, but let me tell you how this happened. This is the dope part. So, Keith Williams is right here. Sanford's like right next to me. I know me and you were right next to each other. What was the other brother's name again?
Brian.
Not Brian.
Sway.
Sway. So Sway was right there.
Sway.
So I never met Sway before.
That's my guy.
And I'm loud, I'm hype, I'm whatever.
Yeah, Sway's quiet.
And he's so quiet. I was like, man, is he playing with me? Like, what the hell is
no,
like,
he's very humble.
I'm like, this dude joking. But so we're sitting there, and then I remember a fool just walks in, and fool's always got some type of
queen of fool,
some outfit. It's just crazy. So she just walks in the middle of whatever. So we kind of like stop, we greet. It's almost like it was clapping. We're a hype, and we're still talking. 10 minutes later, we're in the mix of what we're doing. 10 minutes later, then Still Free. Still Freeze is like my personal goat. Like that's Still Freeze just walks in. He got on the mustard Koofy John that his class. He needs to sell those at cons. I would buy them. Like that's his trademark. So he walks in, I'll never forget. Sanford says to me, and I say this all the time. Sanford looked at me and he said, "I feel like you just summoned like the Black Avengers because it was so dramatic, and it was the fact that it's Sanford, it's Keith, it's Stephanie,
You got the legends,
blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, a fool comes
and you know a fool, she gonna put it on, so she got some
she got her little jewels and shit.
Fool gonna rock it.
And then still, but it's just the way that everybody came in, like it
Together.
was almost like I couldn't write that better. Like it was just so dramatic and dope. But I just want to say, Stephanie, I really appreciate you being a part of that, and that was one of the highlights of that year for me, which is to be there with everybody. And I really appreciate it.
No, of course.
And Stephanie also, and Dr. Williams, whatever, she also gave my grandson his first comics, Sesame Street book that she wrote. So
yes.
I'm always, I appreciate that for you. But since we got Steph here, let's talk about some of these new projects. I know it's late.
Yeah, I don't want to derail the conversation because I know I just kind of walked in like
okay. Listen,
man, we don't, whatever.
Listen, I was just keeping the seat warm for you. It is a-okay.
I just, if we, and I know we, if we could just, we got some Street Sharks, these other, and it's funny because we were talking about it a little bit. We were talking about just how different some of these particular pieces are. And me and Paul we were just talking about it. Let's just get into it. And I gotta make sure my computer don't die. Man, I got charge this John up. Don't tell nobody. This behind the scenes. We real, baby.
I can't do IT support remotely.
I don't need you to do nothing.
Can't do it remotely.
Stephanie, you have been busy.
Yes. Intentionally so, but yes.
I apologize. I did not give you a warm welcome when you came on.
I just popped in.
As soon as you popped in, I'm like, oh,
all right.
I was like, wait,
all the stuff I'd had prepared. So I was trying to scramble and everything loaded up again. So it's gonna be a little janky.
No, it's okay. Listen, it is all right.
Here's the thing. When last we spoke, we were talking about, for the most part, your Marvel and DC stuff. And you just had like an explosion, it seems, from the outside looking in, all at once.
Yeah.
We got, Stephanie's dropping this Roots of Madness book. What? It's like a Afro-Gothic type of fantasy book. What? Is it on Marvel or DC? Nah, it's independent. What?
Yeah.
She's doing her own stuff? What?
Yeah.
She also got this book called Temporal. What? Well, let me see that cover. Is that Torrin Clark? Yeah, that's Torrin Clark.
Yeah.
Is that Kari Randolph? That's Kari Randolph. What? Who's doing this? The art inside that book, Asaya Fulmar. Wait, from the Moon Girl book? I met her last year. What are you talking about?
Well, no, we're on Asia.
Asia.
So Asia,
Asia,
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
But she did do Amethyst for DC.
So I'm like, wow, she's doing all this work here. And then, she's doing this Fragrant book. Then Street Sharks. Wait, Street Sharks.
Talk about it.
Street Sharks.
Yeah.
Do they let Black women do stuff like that?
Oh my God.
I do. Apparently now they do. Well, they better start letting them.
Well, she's doing it, so
the correct answer is she opened her own door.
Yes. Kicked it in.
She opened her own door.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody let her do anything.
Stop that.
Yes.
She opened the door and walked in on her own too. Mad props to you, Steph.
I appreciate that. Because it all seems like it happened overnight, but funny enough, a few of these projects have been in the works for almost 2 years. Temporal was technically my first creator-owned book, but it just took a little bit for it to come on out. And then Roots is something that just kind of like a wildfire, just really took off. Because last year I spoke to Jamie Rich while I was at Boise Comic Arts Festival of all places. Goes to show you just never know, who's going to be around when you're at the most randomest places. And I remember getting an email from him saying, "Hey, would love to meet with you to see, like, do you have any ideas?" And I was like, do I? So what I originally pitched was something completely different, and then went back home and was having a conversation with a friend. We were talking about Madam C.J. Walker randomly. I don't even know why. We just kind of started talking about, like, what if she was more of a chemist than an entrepreneur? And the next thing I knew, like lightning striking, like Roots literally just came to me. And the next thing I knew, I was working on a pitch, and I knew that Philip Salbick was going to be at Baltimore Comic Con, which I had coming up. And I told Jamie, like, hey, kind of got this. I know I pitched you one thing and you all loved it, but I have something else that I think, like, I have to tell this story now. And I shared it with Philip, and it was just an immediate yes, go. And it's just been pedal to the metal since then. It's probably the quickest thing that I've ever written. And it's been the most cathartic. Same thing with Temporal as well, because both those books, the way that Roots works is that, my background is in science, so it's nice to finally really be able to express that. Because writing for characters like Shuri or Moon Girl, like, yes, they're super smart, but they're doing quantum physics. I don't know anything about that. I barely passed physics when I was in college. But something that is closer to home, because Roots is like an exploration in what it means to go out into the void, to use these tools, these lessons that you've gotten from your parents, your grandparents, and passed on down to you, like these tools of survival, and using those to propel yourself beyond that. And what does that look like? And that's essentially what I've been doing since I've entered the space of writing comics. Often find myself in territory where, who do I run to? Right. I was recently talking to David Walker at Boise Comic Arts Festival. He came over and he was like, how are you? And I needed that. I appreciated that, because he was like, I got to thinking, and, your trajectory right now, you're in a space where, who can you talk to? Because he was like, for me, I have, Christopher Priest, other, folks that I can reach out to, but you're going into uncharted territory as a Black woman in this space. And I was like, I'm so happy that you see me in that way. That's why I think the other day I posted that it's not fun being the first, but somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that this would be the journey, in the same way that my character in Roots does not know that, what she is doing is going to take her where it is. And like, it's just been really great to just, I don't know, speak to that experience through this kind of Southern gothic cosmic horror. And also to be able to tell the story the way that I want to. It's just been phenomenal. Again, Ignition Press has been extremely just supportive, and not just, I don't know, like, they've just been really supportive. Like, they've really backed me. I mean, to contract a Black-owned hair company to make a hair oil for the book, I think, is just next level. Of course, merch, all of these things that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't drop something like that.
Run into it.
Yeah.
Do you get the hair oil now?
I do. I have to run to the bathroom real quick to grab it out of there, but they bake.
Let me ask you this: Will you have some on? We have some on Saturday.
I unfortunately won't, but I will have something for the folks to go to, because when I was at San Diego, I only grabbed like 2 bottles, but I do have a website where people can go and get it directly from Ignition Press. And I think at New York Comic Con, I will have some of like that, the tote bags.
Time out. I'm sorry. First off, I'm not even supposed
No.
to be here.
Wait a second.
No.
Oh, no. This is my guess. Hell to the no.
Yes,
Listen
sir.
here. I got daughters. Okay. I need for my daughters to have the Stephanie Williams hair, John, Madam C. Walker, Ida B. Wells, Harriet Tubman shit. I need all of that, Dr. Williams.
I got you.
I'm being serious.
I'm being serious too.
I got good looking daughter, man. They the perfect people to be like, hey, yo, this is the Williams.
Hey, talk that talk.
The Williams wave grease or whatever the hell. Listen,
listen, we got it.
Listen,
your
for
oil
collection,
I could attest. Phil's got little queens in training.
Listen, man, and for collections in black, yo, they had the actual John. Come on, man, this thing will sell itself. Man, let's go, man. I'm excited. I don't even need that, but you know, I'm just saying.
I mean,
you can still use oil. Like
this is incredible. Like, and the thing is, I don't want people to. I need people to understand just how dope this is. Like this, everything that's going along with it. Like this is, it just goes into a different stratosphere, man. It's dope. Like I'm listening. I'm like, man, she just say we got the hair oil and we got the shoes. I'm like, wait a second, cuz let's get to that. But if we can, I would, you know, when I see you on Saturday, I like to talk about a little bit more. But I feel like that's incredibly dope. But I would love to. I'm gonna be very honest. We'll wrap. You know, Collections in Black would love to be an ambassador for that to, you know, whatever you need for me to do. And
we can definitely talk.
I got nieces, come on, man. We need
I need ads for those products in the comic.
Yeah, I got a daughter, so I'm down.
There are. So listen, all of these things are in the works. Like when Ignition Presses, they're doing comics differently. They're really backing that up. And I've been very vocal about that to other creatives. Like, you know, you gotta, you know, kind of, you know, come to Death Row. Essentially.
Damn.
Oh, I like it.
On my Suge Knight. Like, come on.
That.
If you're tired of having your editor step up in your comics, you know, all up in your videos,
all up in the
come to Ignition Press.
Come to Ignition Press. Also, Man Cave has been phenomenal too.
Am I right in hearing that you're gonna be at New York Comic Con?
I'm going to be at New York Comic Con against my better judgment, and also Baltimore Comic Con.
I remember before you said you weren't going. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
I you know, and the powers that be, because you know, I've been on my Comic Con world tour this year. Because you know, it's important. It's important to be out, and you know, when people see you out and about, they think it's live and they want to hop on the bandwagon. Because you know, as much as we don't like to talk about in the comic space, you got to have some type of business mindedness, right? And that is part of the reason why I've had some of the success that I have, because I'm approaching this like it is a job, because it is. It's a job that I love.
Say that louder for the people in the back, Stephanie. Say that louder.
It is a job, so you need to treat it as such. I'm not getting, well, let me not say it as though I'm waiting on somebody to give it to me.
When Derek pops up, Derek Lonzo starts giving you a shout out.
Yes, and Derek is amazing. Yes.
If anyone can talk to that fact about how to run your comic creation as a business,
Derek don't play
business. It would be Derek Lonzo Star. Shout out to the brother.
And Derek is amazing. Him, I'm thinking of Danny with Ace Blades. All these brothers doing amazing things, and I don't know, like it's just been really great to see that in the space. Yes, I will be with Karma Sketch Art, so just look for. Hopefully, I'll have a new Street Sharks banner.
If Casual Kabari asks you if you're gonna have comic sketch art, there's a reason for that.
Okay,
that's all I'm.
So let me ask you. Yeah, that was.
Still knows what I'm talking about.
That's an important. That's a very important question.
That was a very important question from that particular individual.
Yes, the answer is yes.
I could read the room. I'm gonna leave it there. I could read the room.
But back to roots, like I'm just happy that I'm able to tell this story. It's set in 1905, and the funny thing about it is that I said I would never write a period piece for very obvious reasons, and then I lied to myself.
Yeah,
and that's how burning this story was in me. But you know what? I found the courage to do that because of Bitterroot. because of what David Walker did with, Big Jim and the White Boy, and
Right.
how important it is, or even thinking of Ryan Coogler and Sinners. And mind you, I was working on this before Sinners even came out. That it's just, we should not shy away from telling stories at certain periods of time just because of history, right? I think Black romance authors who I adore, Beverly Jenkins is, my guiding light in this, because she writes Black historical romance novels, and in those, you all the shitty things is happening, but that's not the focal point. The focal point are these two Black people somehow being able to find love and everything amidst it all. So taking that as my guiding light, and infusing our history in a way that hopefully is educational to the youth, or even whoever else is reading it, and just telling a story that is cosmic. I don't know, like, I just feel like that's very powerful, and I'm very thankful that I've had the opportunity to do that. And then we got temporal. Yeah, yeah.
What you just said is everything. What you just said is
Thank you.
everything, and I don't want to make light of it. There has been, and I love the fact that you mentioned David Walker and Chuck Brown and Sanford Green's Bitterroot. We recently interviewed Jordan Clark, who did a book called Ancestral Recall.
Yes, I was going to bring up Jordan as well, because that amazing.
The all of you dipping into these time periods that for many of us, we tend to not talk about the past too much because there's a lot of darkness in our past. And one thing that is like a cliche in science fiction, Black people can't be time travelers, right? Because what's there to time travel back to? That's not replete with pain and anguish and stuff. But one of the things my man Rich always talks about is, it's interesting. Black people, we don't technically need superheroes because we have real superheroes in our history, right?
Yes.
And these stories where we dip into the past are opportunities for us.
That's my quote, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get out the wrist. That's my quote. Okay. And the quote is, "We got heroes in the house." But go ahead, keep going.
All right, fine. But he said it more eloquently. I'll just say that.
he ain't as pretty as me, man. So it don't matter.
That's true. That's true. All right. So, but these gives us opportunities to do these glimpses back in our history, not with a eye of cringe, but with an eye of awe and wonder as to how we had people not only persevere, but be successful, to rise above that, to be, when you think about guys like Frederick Douglass and how brilliant that man was, or Benjamin Banneker.
Yes.
That dude's the Leonardo da Vinci of our people, right? And these are geniuses that were able to flourish and do incredible things despite what they're. But doing these stories is important for that reason, because it gives you an opportunity to use speculative fiction to shine a light on our history, and it gives the next generation something to say, hey, I understand all of what's happened, but we've always been at the forefront of everything. We've always had geniuses and heroes in our history. And I think it's important to talk about. I just wanted to give you a shout out.
I just want to add two little pieces to that. I'm going to say this. I've never been one of those who shied away from those stories or those films or whatever, because I feel like you have, I come from a historical, my family, historians, doctors, pastors, et cetera, educators. So for me, that stuff was always in the house. That was always part of what we learned. So like when I grew up, my mom used to say stuff like, there's no shame in the history of being a slave. When you were forced to be that, there's nothing to be ashamed of about that. And so for me, I'm not into the whole, and some people have different feelings, and that's fine. But I'm not into the whole, man, I don't want to see that. I don't want this, so, I do want to see that. I do want to read about it. I do want to know as much as I can about it, because it's important. That the thing about it was that it was something that was forced upon us. And the fact that we were able to rise above that and just to come out of that and to be able to own properties, buildings, take care of your family, and just do things that now if that happened to us now, we wouldn't be able to function. And I feel like sometimes the way that we reference that time frame is very disrespectful, because those were the strongest of us in so many. The fact that people died to learn how to read, and now you got cats who can't spell cat. Like it's and I'm not trying to be. I'm just being like I'm
No,
just
you're
being brutally
right.
honest. I'm being brutally honest. So for me, I love what you're doing with these stories and things of that nature, and I welcome more than that. Like you were saying, I wasn't familiar with the sister who does the romance, the romance novel set in that particular time, and so I'm very interested in that. Right? I think that's a really dope. That's real dope.
Yeah, no, in fact, it was one of her contemporary books that really, I don't know, like pushed me in that direction. It's called The Edge of Dawn. And in this book, a woman's father is killed and he leaves her a clue, and his clue is a slave quilt. So it's using the different slave quilt patterns to basically give a map to this treasure,
So
essentially, that she has to find. I thought that that was brilliant. So I went and I did my own research to figure out how I can incorporate that, and also just Gullah history and everything else into this book. Uh, uh, Herbalism, root work, all of these things. Because, like you said, like we've not only did we persevere, but we were doing that during the time. I just think the
facts.
whole the entire, just the ingenuity
Hmm.
of our ancestors is just something that we need to shine a light on. And I feel like some of those stories in that time period that we shy away from, because we haven't been the ones telling that story all the time. It's come from a white viewpoint. So and when I think of like Beloved, for instance, I think that's one of my favorite Toni Morrison books, because it is a horror, but she
Come on,
takes
man.
something that really
Stop that.
happened and turns it into something that is, of course, very genre focused, but at the same time brilliant. So
Slept
speaking of
on,
the time,
slept,
And
slept,
then
slept
still,
on classic. Slept on classic.
yes, Beloved is one of my favorites. And then talking about time traveling, that's
Mhm.
another thing I said I wouldn't do and lied to myself, because Temporal was that. But in Temporal, again, just removing all of the negative, that's not my business, right? I wanted to tell a story that was very reflective of my real life,
There we
which
go.
I'm a mom who heavily supports her child's fandoms and the things that he's into. When I'm at comic conventions, I'm looking for retro games because my son is really into that. So, in a conversation with a friend, kind of joking that I turn into Laura Croft when I go to conventions, and then my mind got to working, and I was like, okay, well, what if there was a mom who was like an ex-time thief, her and a husband, that's how they met. They get out of
Mm.
the life, and then she's having the scene that women often deal with when you're a mom. That becomes your identity, and you're wondering, like, well, does anybody see me beyond that? And
Right.
her wanting to see, well, do I still got it? And going back in time to get this thing for her son, and then things going left because it's a action adventure sci-fi, and just exploring motherhood in that way, but with a sci-fi, genre background. And it's just fun. If you like Time Cop, you'll enjoy this book. Because Time Cop is part of the part of the thing that inspired a little of this book. So I'm just loving the fact that I am able to tell the stories that I want to tell,
Right.
and do it unapologetically so.
I read the first issue of Temporal. Um, Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
There's a scene where the mother's talking to her son,
Mhm.
and you're very active on social media. I know you've been taking your son with you to cons, and I couldn't help but see that dialogue between her and her son, and she's talking about how she feels like, I need to get him a video game and not disappoint him and stuff. Were you inspired by your relationship with your son when you were writing that scene?
Absolutely. That's why I
Yeah.
said both Temporal and Roots of Madness are me literally sharing myself. I'm being my most vulnerable in both of these projects.
Yeah.
And yeah, because why not, right? Why not tell a story in this fantastical setting, this high fantasy type of setting, and it not be, my own story essentially. So
Uh,
yeah,
The cover
yeah,
is fire.
Kevin's asking if the FOC for Temporal is on the 15th.
yes, it's on the 15th, and the first issue will be out October 8th. And then Roots and Madness, the FOC already passed. It was August 25th, but that's out August 1st.
That's the
And
cover.
just the covers that have been,
Yeah, that's the cover.
Yeah, covers
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, the Back to Future homage? What?
Yeah, that's the cover right
Come
there.
on, Carrie.
and I'm so happy because that was my suggestion, and I knew that he would knock that out the park. Also, I just felt like it was something that people saw that on the shelves. I don't know. I personally have not seen any Back to the Future looks with Black women, but I've got it.
Black women, Black people, Black
You're
people.
right. Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look,
It's normally
this is what I was
Akira
talking about
cover.
before when I said there's this trope where people say Black people can't be time travelers, right? We don't see time travel stories with Black people in them. That's why this cover is so significant as an image, to see a Black time traveler. It's just a dope image, man. I gotta have this cover. I have to have this cover.
Dr. Williams, if I may?
I wish I was a doctor.
He's been calling everybody doctor that he was.
I appreciate it.
Only
gave
people I
up the PhD
respect.
program.
Can I make one? I just want to make one, not a story suggestion. If in the future issues covers, it would be so dope if the artist actually did. I know some art if they did like the actual hand drawn, so there could be like original artwork at least for the covers.
Yeah.
So I could buy
And
them.
I think Kari might actually have that.
Who does?
Kari Randolph?
Kari might, because I think he still does traditional.
Good, because I would love to have.
Yeah,
I would love to have a cover to one of your books. I don't have any covers to any of your pieces at all whatsoever. That would be dope to have in my collection. That's all, Miss. I'm just putting it out there for you.
I got you. And Miss Julia Neca with the covers for Roots.
She's fire.
And that was my editor, Jamie Rich, who was like, hey, like Julia, you worked with her before on Nubia. And I was like, yeah, she did a couple of Nubia variants. And I've always thought that her art should be main cover art. And she has just knocked it out the park. And I think what I love most is that everybody that's been involved with this project has been extremely excited about it. And I haven't been in this game very long, but
Look
I
at
know
that. That's
you
incredible.
get the best work when everybody is on the same page and excited about what's going on. Because again, it's a job, but I want folks to be excited about the job that they're showing up for. So,
that's
this
on
year,
my pool list.
Street Sharks has been.
Ooh. I actually have a
I don't
question
even
for
know
you,
what to
Stephanie.
say. Yeah, we can ask me all the questions, but
I actually have a question for you. First, I appreciate you for having me fill in, Paul. So I have a child, right? I have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and I think Paul and I feel like I'll expound on this later. But you've written Sesame Street, obviously Temporal with time travel lady with time travel lady that's working on for her son, and then you have the Roots of Madness, and then of course you have Street Sharks coming up. Is it a conscious effort that you're now writing at least stories aimed at what I would consider Black children or Black kids? Because I see
absolutely.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. Obviously, my first introduction to you was Nubia, but I'm not waiting. I'm like, wait a minute. I got a kid for my book. I got a book series for my kids with the Sesame Street, and now Street Sharks. Is that coming because now you're a mom and you want books for your child or just his friends, or is that a conscious effort that, hey, let me make sure I put product out there that these kids can enjoy?
Really, it's more so. I wish I could say that I was being that noble. It's really more a selfishness, and I want to show that I can write whatever. I refuse to be boxed in
Talk that.
told that I can only do certain things. Like when I came out the gates with Nubia, as exciting as it was, as
Fire.
tremendous of an undertaking it was, I was very scared that once that happened, then I was going to be relegated to just writing Black women. And we know they don't often give Black women books, main characters or creators. So I would be writing every once in a while, and I didn't want that. Like I want to be able to write whatever it is I want to. I spoke to Christopher Priest when I was at Fan Expo Denver, and we talked about the plight of the Black writer, and once you get that Black writer, Black artist, which is unfortunate because like we can't help that, but once that ends up happening, then all of a sudden you are relegated to just that. And I am always going to want to tell stories starring Black people. Quite obviously, my 2 creator-owned books out the gate have nothing but Black folks in it. But also, I can write Street Sharks because I watched that growing up. My brother and I had the toys, going to KB Toys, begging our mom to get us that. Like
toys. Oof.
Yes, I can
Bring it
I can
back.
do whatever it is I would like to do, and I'm just so thankful that I got a chance to write Street Sharks. And I said this before, like me working on this is more impactful than me working on Storm. Well, I would like to write Storm one day, sure, but that's just something that would be expected. Street Sharks is not that. And I don't know, to me, to be able to see someone who looks like me working on a property like this should hopefully blow the doors wide open for some folks in what they think limitation is, because it does not exist.
And
anything you can do, she can do better. She can do anything better than you.
What's dope about that is that a lot of times in our space, and people, want to give me slack, I could care less. Is that there's pride in being pigeonholed and doing one particular thing, which is fine and dandy. But if you're a writer, you're a writer. If you're a good writer, you're a good writer. You should be able. Somebody should be able to tell me, man, hey man, I want you to write this Woody Woodpecker story. You should be able to write the dopest Woody Woodpecker story. You do your research or whatever. Or I want you to write this story about this white family in Wisconsin or this Black family in Harlem or whatever. But what you have to do is you just have to do your research so you could get, so you could be properly able to give the information to people. I think a lot of times we sit back, like, I'll be honest. I've said this before, and people, whatever, had issues with it. But I've said, I just don't feel as if, like, for instance, my exhibit's called Collections in Black, obviously, because I want myself to be culturally relevant, et cetera, right? But is all of my comic art that I collect all culturally relevant art? Absolutely not. Or most of my comics that? Absolutely not. I mean, but my main focus is that because that's who I am. I just love this culture, but I think it's dope. Like I would love to see you write a Ghost Rider book. I would love to see you write the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is probably one of my favorite characters ever, or a Silver Surfer. My issue with comics now, and I'm gonna say something. People are gonna get mad at me, and I don't care. My issue with writers now is that they don't respect the mythos of the characters. So, for instance, they'll come in and I'm seeing the person in the particular character. It's like when I first was reading comics, I could read a Spider-Man book and I knew what Spider-Man's skill set was. I knew what his limitations was. I knew who Spider-Man was. Now, when you read comics, and this is just me being an old person, right? Now, when you read comics, you don't know what to expect. Like, depending on who's writing, this character can beat this character. Depending on who's writing this the way this character deals with situations is totally different than how he dealt with situations in the last run. I just feel like the consistency on who the character, the respect and the consistency on particular characters have been lost in the last several years. And that's just my particular opinion. I went on a tangent. I don't care. This is Collections in Black episode 2 live. I can do that shit. And I just feel that way. I just feel like a lot of writers, when I'm reading their books, I just feel like it's almost like it doesn't even matter who the characters are. because they're going to write it however they want to write it instead of writing it the best way to write that particular character, if that makes sense. Sorry.
Well, I mean, well, then also we have it now where, the game is minis, right? 4 issues,
Mm.
5 issues, 6, and we're not getting the same, like, someone's on a book for 50 plus issues. Like, it is a miracle
Right.
that Cody Ziegler was able to write Miles Morales as long as he has.
For
Say it
sure.
every month.
Right?
Every month.
And
Miles
that is a
Morales.
talented brother. Yes. It is ridiculous that Dr. Eve Ewing is the first Black person to write a
X-Men.
ongoing X-Men book, which is wild to me because it is the X-Men. This is a group of mutants are supposed to represent, the other, but the other don't get to write for them like that. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
And it's few and far in between. I even think of Alyssa Wong and being able to write Captain Marvel, which I thought was extremely dope. Yet all of these things. I don't know, like, I just want to see more of that. Like, any chance that I can to, like, suggest someone, an artist, writer in these spaces, if I'm saying no to a project or I hear of a project that I think somebody will be able to do, like, that's what I'm trying to do. As far as like competition, don't see that because I'm not competing with you. I want to see you win. Again, I don't find pleasure in being the only one around. That is very tiring. No one wants to carry around that burden. At least I don't. So, that's why you always see me sharing everyone's work, because at the very end of the day, I want more people reading comics. So whether they're reading my comics or your comics, the point is I want more people reading them, and I want more people to feel empowered to be able to tell their stories and to be in this space.
Right.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Facts. All facts.
Yes.
Man, that was so meaningful for reasons that probably Phil's only familiar with for me right now. Had someone recently say, I don't like BCL for X, Y, and Z reasons.
Sorry. I got defensive.
We should just do our own thing and make something better than BCL. And I was like,
go for
it.
To do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. That's what we want you to do.
Yes, that's what you should do. If you feel as though you could tell a story better than me, then go do that.
Because it's not about us. It's about trying to support the culture. I need everybody to make their own BCL because the culture needs to thrive. Go out there, spread the word. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about all of them. It's about Stephanie Williams. All the brilliant talent we got out there that's not getting the shine. Stephanie shouldn't have to be the first. I'm glad she is, but she shouldn't have to have been. It's 2025, man.
2025.
2025.
When you put
you better go start your own BCL and put some shine on that.
Right. Or start your own comic collection.
You ain't hurting my feelings. More power to you. I am a fan of yours.
Paul,
to bring it all back.
Paul.
So next to
I'm sorry. I'm
working through some issues right now.
I'm gonna run it back. Run it back.
You know it's crazy when Phil got to bring you back.
I was like, Paul.
Well, I was reading it off, but
I was venting.
That's your Schomburg right there. That's your button. That's your Schomburg right there.
Well, I was going to say real quick, other than the selfish want of writing whatever, yes, second to that is I want our babies to see, like, look at this.
Yes.
Because who knows? I probably would have been writing comics a lot sooner if I would have actively saw Black women writing comics, right? Or in the mainstream. I know that there are women who have been doing this in the indie space, but unfortunately, it's the indie space, at the time, like the focus, unless you really went hunting and looking, you just didn't readily see it. I think it's important for us to be in these bigger spaces, DC, Marvel, Image, IDW, or whatever, because that's the platform to be seen. Like, we should both be able to exist in that space and also the indie space, and wherever, take up space everywhere that we can. So Anyway, yes, I hope that the babies see me writing My Little Pony and they want to do it. I'm actually doing it's National Comic Book Day on September 25th, and my son's English teacher asked me would I be able to come up to talk to the kids. It was an immediate yes. So I'll be giving out Street Sharks copies to all the kids because
Ooh,
that's what you do.
That's what's up.
Facts.
nice.
So let's Charlotte Saturday. For
Yes.
those of you who are being
Yes,
Charlotte,
Saturday.
we got Dr. Will. We got Stephanie Williams is going to be there. And are you going to bring you going to bring some books? People want to buy some
I'm gonna
merch?
bring stuff now. Y'all better come by. These books is heavy. So
Okay.
please open please bring the charge card. You got the little square reader, whatever you need to do.
Right,
Because
right.
the books are very heavy.
I appreciate it too. And then I do a media class, and one day maybe we'll do a Zoom meeting with the class, and you can talk to the kids about what you do, because our kids are super excited. And I have a kid right now, Navin, who's an incredible artist, and he draws like an adult trying to draw like a kid. Like, it's just, I can't explain the characters that he does. So and I think I'm gonna put some of his artwork actually in the gallery
Please.
on Saturday. You gotta do it for the kids, man. But I just want to say, I didn't even know you lived in Charlotte. So like a week or so ago, I'm talking, Stephanie, we're just talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be up at such and such. She said, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there too. I was like, word? I said, will you join me on this? She said, I got you. So I just want to say, man, I'm indebted to you, and I really appreciate it.
Are you going to have any of your new books there this weekend?
I will have the preview copies of Roots there, but everything else unfortunately doesn't come. So Street Sharks doesn't come out till the 24th, and then both the other two books not until October. So I will have some preview copies of Roots, so you can pick that up.
Are they the ash can?
Oh, well, the tiny ash can, no, those you can only get at the local comic book store when you pick up other Ignition Press books, which I love that.
Oh, the ones that come, the little small ones,
the little tiny one, yeah. I only have one of those.
The preview books, yeah.
Those are dope.
So I have the black and white copies.
I'm gonna ask Phil to make sure he picks me up a copy and have you sign it and send to me.
I got you.
Actually, just go ahead and when you get a chance, just DM me your address and I'll send that.
Stop. So you listen respectfully. You see the way he was like, I need Phil to give it to me.
That's because I was trying to be respectful of her time.
Exactly.
She's a busy woman.
I know she's busy, man, but we're not gonna listen. Stephanie's my plug, Paul. Okay, so cuz you gotta wait in line, cuz I'll get it
until she hits New York. Until she hits New York.
I'll get it to you when I feel.
And I got you when I'm in New York. Got a whole little bundle for you. It'll be ready.
Listen, I'm there all bundle.
Yeah, bundle. Yes, bundle them books up.
Steph, I need you to come to MegaCon in Orlando.
Well, that may actually happen. So I'll let you. As soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Holla at me. We got you. We got you.
Yeah.
Three of the Black Comic Lords live in Orlando. So we got
crazy.
You.
So let me ask you, and you know what? And 3 of the Black Comic Lords don't even go to OAX when it's in Orlando. But listen, so moving on.
Wow.
So Steph.
Was I there? Was I there?
Oh, you're always there. You're always on point. I'm talking about the other people. I ain't even talking in code. Don't leave but 2 more people. Shit. Real quick, we have the virtual con coming up, and I'm pretty sure you signed on for.
Yes, it said Angel reached out to me, so
Oracle
I won't be able to be there the whole day, but I got y'all for like an hour or 2. Yes,
that's fine. So you don't even need to be on that long. So we need to discuss on whose segment you're gonna be on. So
well, I'll let y'all fight over that.
Here we go.
Yeah,
well, ain't no fight.
I'm gonna be there.
I
feel like it's gonna be a battle.
He's my Stephanie too.
Well, I tell you what, Paul. I tell you what. Listen very closely, my brother.
There we go.
Who had her on first? What was that?
Wow.
When was no. But I had our Baltimore con before you had her on the show. How about that?
Wait. I need to check.
Baltimore con was when? Baltimore con was when?
Last year. Yeah.
Last year.
I beat you guys before that because the year Nubia dropped, I was on her heel. So I think I beat.
All right. Well, I got you beat too because I had the original art to the Dan Nubia in Collections in Black for 7 months. I will wait for somebody to top that.
Let me
Paul,
go
you
ahead.
Paul,
All right, I'll go ahead and tuck my chain back in.
There
I'll
we go.
tuck
There
my
we go.
chain
There we
in.
go. Here we
Paul,
go.
Paul, you seen it? Shit.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's why I'm
Don't play
tucking my
with-
chain
don't
in.
play.
I can't say nothing.
Hey, Stephanie, I appreciate you being part of Collections of Black at the virtual con coming up in December. Thank you again, sis.
You are
Appreciate
very welcome. Yeah, y'all
You
don't
need
even
to
have to
have
thank me
Stephanie
like
sign
that.
that original art.
I was trying to get Robert because I gave it back to Robert because he's in DC. And I was trying to get it back from Robert. I was going to surprise you and bring the artwork up.
I actually do have some original Nubia art that I can bring that I got from.
Oh, don't do that. Now I gotta get on the plane.
Watch
Oh,
yourself.
whoa!
Wait,
What?
see,
Yeah, 2 pages that I got from Mark Morales when he was at Heroes Con. So I'll bring those with me.
Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Hold on. Before you, your Phil's yes, appreciate it. But can we talk about how we have you writing Street Sharks, and then on the flip side, we have another African American that's writing what I would call not the competitor, but the next up, which is Biker Mice from Mars. Like, do we understand like
So
what's going
Melissa
on?
Flores was my guiding light on that. When I saw Melissa, because I love Melissa down. When I saw that Melissa was doing Biker Mice from Mars, I spoke to her when I was at LA Comic Con. This is around the time that I knew I was going to be writing Street Sharks, but we were just waiting to hear back from Mattel and all that type stuff. And I told her, I was like, I wouldn't feel so confident in doing this if you weren't doing Biker Mice from Mars. Extremely supportive. Like, if you haven't yet, please pick up Melissa's books. Just like she's the reason why the Power Rangers exist the way that they do in comics. I think a lot of people aren't aware of that. But Miss Melissa, all day.
It's just incredible to see you working on these particular IPs. And I think a lot of times, like you were saying, that how dope it is for you to be on this, and it's like it's not necessarily a black book, but it's a big IP. For
it's still kind of black though, because I'm black. So there's
I'm
things y'all gonna catch.
I
know what you mean, though.
But you know what I'm saying. But I'm saying but I'm just saying, like, in general, people aren't picking it up. Like, I'm looking for the whatever. Like, it's a street. There's people who love Street Sharks, and they just put Street Sharks back out again on the toy shelves recently, not too recent, for Hasbro. So to me, I just think it's just there's so many layers.
Whoa, what's that?
Little Funko Pop, waiting on Big Slam Moo and Ripster to come through.
Nice.
I need you to sign that. Yeah, New York Comic Con, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun. Yeah. We're gonna have fun.
I think IDW has me doing a signing too on Sunday.
I'll be there on 5 days. You're in my hometown. Bulletproof gonna run up the red carpet. Oh, don't worry about that. We got you.
Sister Steph, I gotta ask you a question about I saw one time Brian Stillfreeze is probably like he's my whatever. And I want to say I could be wrong, but I want to say on one of your posts you were having
that he pitched something to me.
Yes,
he did.
Listen to me.
Pause.
See, you don't pay attention. I pay attention, cuz.
Wait.
This is at MomoCon.
Wait.
I think it happened on my birthday too.
Wait.
Come on, man.
Let me get this straight.
Coming in hot.
I am your fave's fave. I don't think y'all understand.
One of the goats of comics said, you know what? I got an idea. Let me pitch it to Stephanie Williams. That is so meta. That is insane. Incredible.
And she's about to give BCL the exclusive coming in hot. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna tell y'all what it was, but it's fantastic. You ain't gonna get me in trouble now. But it was pretty dope idea.
That's a moment.
So
Can I ask you a question? You can talk in code. That is fine. Do y'all have a date for it so far?
No, because Miss Stillfreeze is busy. I am too, but I actually owe him. So he gave me the pitch and told me I'll write it out. So I actually owe that to him. But when it happens, it'll be great. be black as hell, and I'll leave it at that.
Black
So
as hell.
it's another thing.
Uh-huh.
That you have to
Don't steal
understand.
my thunder.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. You should have got in.
Man.
Though no, Paul, you know how I feel about Still Freeze is like the kindest. He's the realest cat ever. I'll let you talk about some, but the thing is this: I need to talk to you about when that artwork comes. I want to be able to fit. There needs to be a video component to that. No, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
There needs to be a video component. Like I feel like if y'all two meet, we need to figure out a way to come up with Collections in Black short film piece or something about the importance of y'all two meetings. I feel like when this is done, this is gonna be one of the illest things ever. And I'm just saying that I feel like we could come up with something. We could work out something. I mean, he's a big piece of Collections in Black. He's been at his artwork was in there. He's in the film extensively. He was part of the gallery at OAX. We had a moment where it was me, him, Paul, Stanford Green, just having an hour-long conversation and looking at this original artwork. It was
deep
just
conversation.
But that will be in the OAX Collections in Black All Access mini film series that will be dropping. I believe it's next month.
Nice.
So it's gonna be crazy. But we got to talk. We'll talk about that in Charlotte. I'm gonna get on your nerves in Charlotte. No, I'm not. But
May I ask you a question, Stephanie?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you something.
All right.
I want to get your reaction to something.
Am I the only one that
scared now.
got warm when she said yes, sir? Am I the only one? Okay.
Stop.
Oh, yes. You know what's really funny about this is that I had literally just got done watching the first pilot episode, and there's a moment when a thing happens, and I was like, damn, that actually sounds like something I would do. And then next thing I knew, yeah. So it's already been written.
No,
I can't wait for y'all to
don't do that.
see it.
Don't
It's
gloss over
very
that, Ms. Williams.
me.
Next thing
Yes.
you know it, what happened?
Next thing I knew, because I talk to Cheyenne all the time, but next thing I knew, like the thing that I said that, ooh, I would do that is what I ended up doing. So I'll leave.
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
It's a
It's
semi.
it's very on the nose for just if you followed me for a while and if you were following me on Twitter, very on brand for that type of humor that I've often shared. So very excited about this, and also just extremely proud of Cheyenne and her entire team, because to say, hey, networks, you told me no, don't matter. I'm still going to make this. To film it at a Black-owned comic shop, it's just, and also to promote indie comics at the same time. Who's doing it like us?
yeah.
Let me ask
High
let me ask
quality
another
too.
question. If when you guys bring this to fruition, I didn't say if, because I know it's a Kickstarter, but I'm gonna
Oh,
say when.
but it's when, yes.
It's when. It's when. So when you bring this to fruition, would you please do us the honor of coming on and
Yes.
talking about this?
Oh,
Give
yes,
us-
because I'm very excited to talk about the thing that I
Give
wrote.
us
So
first,
yes.
give us first dibs on this, because as soon as I saw this information, I immediately DM'd Cheyenne and say, "Look, Stephanie's coming on. Can you come on too? Because we want to have you guys talk about this. This is huge. We want to support the Kickstarter, whatever we can. You please do us the honor. Please do us.
I got you. I have got you. And also the artist that I'm working with, I want to give that away. Phenomenal artist. I don't think y'all are ready for this story. The story is very in vein of the Wayans family. And yeah, I'll put it that way. That type of just next level minded thinking. This is what this is. Did you like Blank Man? Because you're probably going to enjoy the story that I wrote.
I'm already excited.
This is dope.
I have another question for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Let me bring up another picture here. No, give me a second. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing solo. This isn't my normal job. My producer is not here, so I have to do all this stuff on my own. So it takes me a second. So I appreciate your patience. So here we go. This is honestly of the plethora of things that you have written brilliantly. This still remains one of my favorites.
I don't own
And
it.
I got you. I'll bring you a copy. I would love to do more of this, but I can't for obvious reasons. However,
Yeah.
however, the something like this will probably end up being one of my next creator owned projects.
Thank you. That was the question I was going to ask you, because I remember the first time I interviewed you, I said, has Marvel gotten off their stupidity and allowed you to do another series of this? I said, the minimum, all these Marvel voices should have another episode from Living Heroes in it with you doing it. If Marvel was some type of smart, they would do it. They haven't done it. Fine. You dropped the ball. She's going to do something better. I was going to pitch to you, please do your own creator-owned superheroes. Do analogs of all of the major Black heroes. Do your own analogs or make your own original heroes. Give them your own cultural your own personality. And I'm happy to hear you say that. You've made me happy, because I've been wanting a sequel to this forever, and you're gonna do it even better with your own character. So
yes. You can talk to well, this is a separate thing, but shared a pitch recently with Mr. John Jennings that he is very excited about. So if you liked kind of a reimagining of superheroes, you're going to get it with this project, and we're able to move forward with it. It'll be my first graphic novel.
Wow. Stephanie, do you know, so obviously I'm Bulletproof Comics Every Day I Die. So when kids go in, Hank literally just says, Randy, go chocolate, go bring him to the back. That is outside of Miles Morales. It's that book, and then it's the other one of Batman and Bobby, some other Batman and Bobby and the Batman. I forgot what.
Yes, because my son has that one. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, but those are the three mainstays. It's the Miles Morales, Living Heroes, and Harold and Batman. I believe that's what it is. Those are the books that the kids come in, and I'm just like, take these, go buy it. I'll see you in a week. And they come back. Is there more? Is there more? I'm like, no, that's it. That's pretty. But that's one of the mainstays that we give the kids when they come to Bulletproof Comics for books.
And I got some more middle grade stuff coming, even some young readers. Like, listen, I don't turn things down unless I absolutely have to. So yeah.
Stay busy.
Yeah. You got to. It's feast the famine in this business. So, I'm thinking about my next project as I am working on issue 1 of the current project.
I have one last question, if Phil and Paul will indulge me.
Go ahead, brother.
Is there any chance? So we spoke about who met you first and all of that. So as the one who I'm just saying, I'm just facts to facts. I won. I'm just saying. But I met you.
We're all fighting with Stephanie.
But I met you because of Nubia. Are we ever going to revisit that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
I don't care.
And I'm gonna probably get in trouble for saying this.
James Gunn, just say it. James Gunn.
No. That's not what I was gonna say.
I will finish.
No.
Don't have her violate an NDA, man. Come on.
Nubia and James Gunn new film. I love it.
But there are some other Black women characters at DC that got my eye on, that I don't know. Hopefully something will come to fruition next year. So we'll see.
Okay, just know that when Vixen goes live action, Tiana Taylor. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, she could have played Madam Slay, but I don't.
Exactly. That's what we're waiting on.
That's too low hanging fruit. That's
I know, but we can elevate. We can elevate her.
Wait. Let me say this
I
real
would write
quick.
a Madam Slay comic.
Can I say something real quick? Hold on. Slow down for a second. Hold on, Miss Williams. I'm gonna go back to Dr. Chocolate, Mr. I'm not calling him Dr. Chocolate in my life.
Come on,
Second
Dr. Chocolate.
sounds crazy. First of all, when she had on that Madam Slay outfit, that was perfect. Now, so for me, I'm into comic accuracy. So for me, when I seen her, like, that's not low hanging fruit. That's exactly where it's supposed to be at.
You're right. You're right.
I'm like, oh, that's perfect. And I think like a lot of times we don't go with that. When I seen, I'm like, okay, that's who that is. But Stephanie, man, I'm excited for all these books. And I'm just going to be quiet. I'll just wait for the trailer to come out with your name on it, and we'll just be quiet.
Well, yeah, because listen, absolutely love comics. I'm always going to write comics, but I'm moving into some other avenues,
Hit the
slowly
breaking
but
news button.
surely.
Hit the breaking news button.
Here we
No,
go.
because
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
This is what happens when they put me in charge of the buttons, man. This is what happens.
All I see is Stephanie says, "No, it's not a breaking news."
but I am slowly moving into some other avenues because like I'm a
Well, you are
writer,
working
so
with
like
James
I
Gunn.
want to. No, because if I was working with James Gunn, I would probably not be on this chat because I hopefully would have that consultation money and I would be on vacation somewhere.
Damn.
Talk that talk.
Hey man, she talking about selling out before she even get the check. She said, I wouldn't be messing with y'all Black Comic Lords right now. I'd be on the island.
I would send you a nice little, 2-piece selfie and everything. I would be on somebody's island somewhere.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, Paul, check out your I just sent you a message in Messenger with that image.
I messaged you back.
Phil, you know what? You're absolutely right about the low-hanging fruit because I am the exact same way about Janelle Monáe being Sojourner Moulin, the Green Lantern. I don't see nobody else but her. So you're absolutely right.
Well, yeah, because wasn't she also kind of inspired by
the whole hairstyle?
Right?
Which reminds me, Stephanie, your Root of Madness. Why do I see Tyra Banks there? Look on the cover, Paul.
Oh, I know. It's funny.
Yeah, Tyra Banks.
And that's what it's funny because people have been telling me, and I haven't spoke to Juliet yet, but I would not be surprised.
Oh damn! Yeah, you're right.
That was the direction.
I see on her Root of Madness. I'm like, ooh, because Juliet Naneka, she can draw. Oh my gosh, her art is
ridiculous.
What?
I can't wait till you guys see
covers. Those absolute Green Lantern covers she's doing are all fire.
Yeah, because my first introduction to Juliet was the Nubia, because it was
the
Juliet and the Sway cover, and Sway had the foil, and I was like, oh my god. And the beauty, Sway lives in Brooklyn, so I'm literally like, hey, meet me here, sign this.
And me and Sway been talking. I've been trying to get Sway to do some sequential art. I think I might have finally convinced him.
Yeah, look at this. You can't tell me this ain't Tyra Banks.
Yeah, it is Tyra Banks.
That's Tyra Banks.
That's Tyra all day.
I mean, come on.
That is Tyra Banks.
So Stephanie, what we're trying to tell you is when this becomes a live action movie, you got to get a Tyra Banks lookalike to play it.
Okay.
Hey, yo, stop, man.
I'm just saying. Just saying. Just let you know.
I love the movie Life Size, but I don't know about that.
Tyra Banks lookalike. I mean, gotta get it.
But yeah, man, I just appreciate y'all having me. I just thank you. Period, for just the support, because you guys have been supportive since day one, and I need it, and it is. Trust me, it is like I see y'all, and I just thank you.
Steph, you're a Black Comic Lord. You're part of the family.
I know.
So,
it's hard out here.
Whenever, look, you dropped a multitude of books that you're coming out with and stuff you're working. You can thank us by coming back and talking about each and every one.
I will be back because if you think the pressure was heavy now, it is only going to get heavier. Like I am in some type of creative renaissance right now. So I'm just thankful I just signed an exclusive deal with a company that'll be announced soon. I can still do, it's really just for my creator owned work. So once that's out, I'll be very happy about that. But it just feels good to be treated like a professional. And I know that sounds crazy to say that,
Right.
but it feels great to be treated like a professional and
As you
like top
should.
talent.
Pressure is okay. That's where diamonds come from.
Yes.
Mm.
And I perform so well under pressure.
Facts. Paul, check your messages, sir.
I'm checking my messages.
I'm gonna say this. I know it's getting late and it's time to go. We've been on for over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I want
I
to say,
appreciate y'all staying on a little longer for me to hop on. So thank you for that.
listen. I didn't even know you were going to jump in. We were just going to reschedule, but trust me, you blessed us. We really appreciate it. I've always said you were good peoples. Like even when I would text you and say, "Hey, I need this for," you always came through. And we're just, I got the new books on my pull list. And I just, we just want to support you. I don't want to support you because I feel like I know you. I want to support you because you actually put out a good product. There's a difference.
Thank you.
Right.
I don't buy everybody's shit. I just keep it 100. So people get mad at me like that. Just be honest, because at the end of the day, we got to be honest with each other too. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. So we got you collecting the black, and of course on Paul's phone it's not Chris. There it go. But
Then you shouldn't have texted it to me. But all right, that's okay.
we're gonna screen the film on that Saturday, and we're going to have a nice little screening in the mixer afterwards. We're gonna have a conference. We're gonna have some, a little bit of conversation, but we're gonna have a bunch of original art. So it's gonna be like a mini gallery, a mini version of the gallery, because in 2026 I'm coming back and we're talking about doing the big thing, like having the whole thing go crazy.
You just reminded me I have one more time for you to go ahead and press that breaking news.
Shoot, what?
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
Keep an eye out for solicits when they come out in December. There's a very special project that I did that will be out February 11th. I can't tell you what it is. It's that one of the but it's funny. I didn't write it for Black History Month. It just so happens that it made sense for it to come out in Black History Month. And I'm actually glad that it is, because I think it's very, like, this is one of the things where it's like it's on the nose, so y'all were right to slide it for them. But Anthony Fowler is on the project, as well as Gregory. I am blanking on his last name. No, not Burnham or Elise. Hold on, because I don't want to get this wrong.
You said solicitations. Any publisher?
Gregory Maldonado, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying the last name wrong. He was part of the Milestone Initiative, but we all got together, and the publisher is IDW. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yes, but it's a very important project. I'm just, because it's actually something that I pitched to them, and it was we're going to go ahead and do it. It's something that is very important, very timely, and something that not only our kids needs, but we all need. And I'm just very excited about that. So look out for December solicits. Again, it's to be out February 11th. And
is his name Gregory Maldonado?
Yes, Maldonado. Yes.
Huh.
What?
I love being who I am when it comes to this internet thing.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Huh.
I'll go League of Comic Geek. I got one last thing to ask you about before you go.
Not there.
One last thing. If I can figure out how to do this. You invented a character for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I got beef with Marvel on a constant basis, but everyone knows this. But I hate the fact that you have creators that create these dope characters and then they just disappear.
Which I knew was gonna happen.
You created Nightshade.
Yes.
Because
I wanted her to take over the mantle from, I thought, we doing mantle stuff, so why wouldn't, Nightshade should have someone take over her mantle. So I created
instead of having a black character take over a white mantle, you had a black character pass on the mantle to another black character, which was brilliant. She recently popped up in another book. I don't know if you knew that. She popped up in New Champions. Were you aware of that?
Oh no, I didn't know she popped up in New Champions.
She popped up in New Champions
Oh,
as
shout out to Steve Fox.
a potential member. And I had heard a rumor she might pop up again in something else, and I was wondering if you'd heard anything.
No, this is breaking news to me. So go ahead and hit the button again.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button. It's a button.
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
That's because I love hitting the button.
But that is really dope. No, I had no idea. So now when I get off with y'all, I'm going to probably text Steve Fox. I don't care that it's almost 12 o'clock at night. And then also go look this information up because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought they forgot about my
series,
girl.
I think, has been canceled now. But she was in like an issue or two of it.
Okay. Well, at least she got to live in some more pages. Unfortunately, I knew when I created this character, the likelihood of her showing up elsewhere was slim to none. But I'm glad
She
that
is
it happened.
so crazy powered.
Hold on. I have a question, and I apologize for the naivety in the question, but as someone that doesn't even have an idea how that side of the work or that side of the comic book business works, you create a character. If they're going to use it, or shouldn't they, or don't? Doesn't Marvel have to at least ask your permission, or does not?
Oh no, because they own it, like your work for hire. So
okay.
Yeah, this is why I've been, telling folks, hey, you're working at the big two, do your thing, get out, but do not give your best away because it will not belong to you.
Build your resume, collect your check, get your followers, and go create your own stuff.
Yes. Period.
Okay. See, I didn't. I assume.
I mean, well, no, that's a good question to ask because,
man, you're supposed to know that, Chocolate.
Well,
the hell,
I don't want to assume. I don't want to, because I have examples of that, but maybe it was just a one-off.
Now DC is a little bit better because they have if your character ends up being used somewhere else, like you will get something for it, but that's not the case.
Well,
with
the
Marvel.
reason why I asked is for, like, obviously Damian Scott is my partner in crime. Damian Scott created Cassandra Cain, but the new Cassandra Cain came out, and I'm like, yo, D, what's going on? And he's like, Chocolate. I'm like, but you created the character. How did they do this?
It's their thing.
I'm like,
so it's like for lack of a better term, like in the music industry, if you play on somebody's record, so you're literally, you work for hire, you're a gun for hire, you
Got it.
up. So even, and it's the way that those things are. It's just the way that they are structured. Now that doesn't mean you're not gonna go in and give it your best. You know what I'm saying? But it's just how those things are set up. It doesn't benefit them to. That's why Image was such a big deal, because they were creator-owned titles when it first came out, and something like that was never done before.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why they were the alternative to the big two at that particular time.
That's why I suggest to creators, when you're working at Marvel, you're doing this work for Marvel, instead of creating original characters that you'll never get to own, dip back into their reservoir of characters, like John Jennings did with Ghostlight.
Yep.
Go find some old obscure Black character, take it off the shelf, dust it off, repaint it, and put it out there and make it brand new.
Yeah.
Marvel's happy because they don't got to pay intellectual property rights to anybody else. You get to basically create a new character because you're completely revitalizing this character. And you're not regurgitating the same 12 characters that Marvel always likes to promote. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, get off my
All right,
soapbox.
fellas. Well, thank you.
Support all Stephanie's creator own stuff.
Yes, please do, because there's so much more on the way. In fact, I just sent a pitch today that I know got a yes before I even actually typed it. So yeah.
Well, Sister Williams, man, First Lady Williams, Deacon
that's
Williams.
true.
We really appreciate you coming on today for the second installment of the Collections of Black Live, and I cannot wait to have you at Collections of Black live for real in Charlotte in a couple of days. It's an honor to be able to do that with you again, and it's going to be super dope. It would be, you know what I should have did was I should have connected with the people from what's that, Heroes? What's the comic store?
Oh, heroes aren't hard to find.
I should have had them coming out there. I should have had somebody from them come out and come check the drawing out, but whatever. We'll be there on Saturday. And I'm just excited, we get to chop it up, and it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna have some super ridiculous artwork out there on the gallery. It's gonna be a preview of what 2026 can look like. If we get
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So, and
just don't have the exclusive footage from that thing in Charlotte air on Black Comic Lords 2 years later. Okay, just
and
I'm more upset about the Nubia original art gonna be there. I'm like, I want that.
You be all right. It's gonna be right where it needs to be at.
There you go. Hey, listen, that just means I gotta get down there and see it in person. So
let's let Stephanie go.
Let's do that.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you. I'm out, but as always, thank you, and I will absolutely be back.
I DM you on IG with my stuff. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it.
All right, that'll be out in the mail to you on Saturday.
All right.
All right, bye, y'all.
Peace. Thank you. Super dope. Hey, y'all, I got a plane to catch in like a couple hours, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I'm going to Charlotte tomorrow morning. I ain't packed shit. I ain't do none of that.
Oh man, you gotta go. You gotta rest and do all. Oh man.
Rest? I don't. Man, what does that even look like? You know what I mean?
You gotta be you the host. You gotta make sure you rest and
man. My job's on Saturday. I'm gonna go kick it. My people's lay down. Then I'm gonna get up. We're gonna go put the artwork up and whatever.
Okay.
And then we're gonna make it do what it do.
All right. Well, go get some rest, man. Do your outro, man. This is your show.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm fully moisturized. Hold on. So no, let's go.
You gonna go get your Vaseline and everything?
Nah.
Paul,
hey, don't say it like that. Not this late at night. Hey, let me say this too. I want to give a shout out to everybody that decided to stay on with us. We really appreciate it. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here. It was really dope. Shout out to my man Kazra from OAX, and he's going to be in Pittsburgh. So if you can make it to the Eddie P Con in Pittsburgh, please make it do what it do. I'm gonna kick it with him. When I get back, we're gonna go to the Pirate game on Monday. He's staying the extra day, man. He's leaving on Tuesday, Paul, but he's not gonna be able to get the fish sandwich because I do later on. Maybe after the Pirate game, I'm gonna take him back around my way, man. And we'll go grab something to eat. I'm gonna take him back around the family or some shit like that. But
on the real though, next time you come to OAX in Feb, like bring me a fish sandwich. Just wrap it up.
I'm gonna wrap it up, man. Sexual Chocolate, man. I really appreciate you being on, man. You the man.
We finally brought Sexual Chocolate on the air, man. This is a moment for me, man. I like clearing up a little bit.
I'm not gonna call him Sexual Chocolate ever again, though.
That is. Listen, you can join the list of you. Listen, it was not a name that I created. It's a name that has now stuck. Ooh. But any amalgam, SC, Randy, Chocolate, whatever.
Hey, man, funny true story. You texted me. I'm driving in my car. You texted me. On my screen from the Bluetooth, it says Randy Sexual Chocolate. And my daughter is looking at it. She's like, Daddy, like, who's that? Like, what the doing? I'm like, that's just a name. She's like, Daddy, that's just wrong. I was like,
before we leave, I gotta tell you the story. Before we leave, I gotta tell you the story. Bulletproof Comics, you guys know Bulletproof. So right around the corner is the bus depot and the cop depot, the police depot where they take their breaks. So they're in there all the time, charging their phone. They know us. They're rocking and rolling. My wife's a nurse. So I'm doing black man ignorant shit. I got my first car, which is a BMW X5, and I'm
okay. Talk your shit.
And I work hard, but I'm a black man in a BMW doing above the speed limit. I'm doing ignorant shit. Pull me over. Woo! I look at my wife. I'm like, let me get your nursing card so I can say that. She looks at me. She says, no. You're going to eat this ticket. I go, God damn. I'm dead wrong. I'm doing 60 and a 30. I'm wilding. Cop comes over, pull over, license registration. You know why I pulled you over? I go, yeah, I'm speeding. License registration. I didn't even look up. I just give it. He takes 2 steps. He goes, "Sexual chocolate," and I go, and my wife is like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He walks over. He goes, "SC, that's you," and I'm like, "Yeah." So what the fuck are you doing, Speed? And I was like, "Dude," and he goes, "Slow your ass down, sexual chocolate. Go ahead." And I look at my wife and I'm like, "Yeah, now what?" And she's just like this. And she's like, I'm like, because that officer would come to the shop and buy comics, and she said, "You got grown men calling you." I'm like, "Just save my ass $100 and 2 points in the ticket, and you alone."
Facts.
Save my ass $100 and 2 points in the ticket, and you alone.
Word. Hey man, we going on 3 hours, man. It's going to bring me up big. Hey, Chuck. Gosh, Randy, man.
Phil, DM me your address. I got some things we gotta ship you.
Let's do that, bro. Let's do that.
Hey, you guys stay on afterwards. I want to talk to both of you before we.
Yeah, for sure. And listen, man, and Randy, man, you need to think about coming to Florida in February.
That's one of the things
I was there. I was there this year for MegaCon.
No, we're not talking about MegaCon.
OX.
I'm gonna leave I'm gonna put the cat out the bag. I live in Brooklyn. If I'm walking down the street, someone puts a knife and a gun out, I'm fighting. I'm ignorant. I know. You tell me get on a plane, I'm a bitch. I don't like planes.
Really?
I'll do it if I have no choice. But I
hop on a train then, man.
No, that's too long.
Amtrak or whatever.
My wife likes to fly, and then when I'm like $1,000 for an Amtrak, $200 for Spirit.
Yeah, fly. I mean, fly on some real shit. Man, you need to fly out there, man. It's an incredible experience, man. Like just to be in the mix.
I do want to go though. I do want to go.
You'll catch the bug like you've never caught it before.
I do want to go though. I do want to.
You'd be in my city, so I gotta take care of you.
And I saw. I think it was. I don't know if it was on your page, Paul, or your page, Phil. You know, Dennis Cowan is my goat. It's my guy. Yeah. And I saw some of the original art, and I'm just like, I'm salivating. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. You didn't even see all this stuff, man. You didn't even see.
No, I think what I saw, I think there was something. I think either you got a sketch from someone, and he took your book and walked over and said, "You just did that," and he said, "Here, let me just." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
That was a moment. That was Dennis Cowan. I have a Black Panther illustrated history book. I got this idea from my man Otis.
Yeah,
and he goes around and he goes to every artist that's drawn Black Panther in comics and has them do a remark inside the book.
Okay.
And so last year at OAX, I had Brian Steelfreeze do it, right? And he just took his pen. I swear to God, did 5 strokes and did the most beautiful storm I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I show it to Ken Lashley. Because Ken Lashley was the first one I had sign it. He looked at it. He goes, "Damn, that Steelfreeze, he's so damn good. He did one better than me just to show me up. Screw Steelfreeze." He was pissed. Next year, Dennis Cowan's there. I explained the whole situation to him. "Can you please? You got Lashley. I got Steelfreeze. Would you also bless this?"
Of course.
He goes, "All right, let me look at it. He's like, he looks at Steelfreeze's work. "Steelfreeze did this?" I was like, yeah, Steelfreeze did that last year." He's shaking his head. He closes the book, gets up out of his chair, crosses the room, goes to Steelfreeze.
Get out of here.
I'm like, what, is he pissed? What's going on?
Yeah, like, what's going on?
He takes the book, he opens it up, shows it to Steelfreeze, and he's pointing to it. He's like, "You did this?" He's like, yeah. How am I supposed to follow that?
Yeah.
I can't do anything. And he's rubbing his head, and he's like, and Steelfreeze is like, "Hey man, I am who I am, whatever."
Yeah, Steelfreeze is that guy. He's quiet as kept. Yeah, he's
Dennis Cowan went ahead and did his art.
So here's the thing: stories like that take place there the entire weekend. And
when I tell you,
and it's not, and I'm gonna say this too: there's not a lot of us there, right?
Right,
but there's a good enough group of us, but everybody there's cool. I'm not saying like we're not
I'm with you.
But I'm saying like when the way that we all navigate that space, I'm saying even with all the other, everybody's there because they're collectors, and artists. So it's like even with the auction, and we're eating dinner, and we're kicking it afterwards. Like it's all a big, and there's a difference between the patriots and those who are whatever. But man, it's when I say it's something incredible, it's incredible. Like when you see the behind the scenes piece, you'll see when Dennis Cowan first sees. We had every page of Bitter Root #1, the original art. on
Oh,
display.
come on.
You know, so you know, me,
That's not
Kendrick,
even a light
Khalil
flex.
put
That's
that
just dropping
together.
bombs.
No, it's just real. I mean, so I would say
Bro,
this.
there
you
was
know,
original Jack Kirby Black Panther art there.
I actually had the oldest. So this is in the collections in Black Gallery that was there. We had a special
Mhm.
gallery.
Yeah.
And next to our gallery was a Frazetta piece. It was a
Oh,
Frank
God.
Frazetta painting.
Forget
You know,
it.
that's how real that is. So I'm just saying, but I'm saying I think we had like the oldest Black Panther original art that was still there because there's no pages from Fantastic Four 52 that still exists. So that's another conversation. But anyway, we're getting off here because we can do this all day.
Shout out.
Night.
What's up,
I'll-
Sean? Sean, thanks for being
Hey,
here.
put me up here, man, so we can get backstage real quick. Put me up, we get backstage.
There you go.
All right, people. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who just got. Let me take the Dahmers off for this. He's special.
Beat the Buffs.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We stayed a little bit longer than we wanted to, but it was definitely worth it. Appreciate you coming in for Collections in Black, episode 2. And just to be honest, you know, my show is going to be a little bit different because it's just going to be real. You know, we'll have guests on and things of that nature, but sometimes we may delve out of the comic space because this is who we are. And, you know, stay tuned, share it. I'm going to tell you what, on the next couple episodes, I'm going to give away stuff. I got a lot of heat. So I can just give away dope things. And I feel like, you know, people, if you staying on for 3 hours and things of that nature, you know, there should be, you know, this should be something that I may be able to give away to y'all. So next, you know what? The next Collections in Black, I'm gonna give away an animation cell.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give away a Brown Hornet animation cell.
Ooh. I've
think
seen
that's
those cells. He
I
gave
think-
me
I
a
think-
cell.
I think I'm gonna do something like that. I think I'm gonna do like a Brown Hornet animation cell. I'm gonna do something because the thing is, I want to separate our show from everybody else's. And you know, it's all about spreading the word for the culture. But until next time, be on the lookout. Follow me, follow Paul, follow Sexual Chocolate. I don't want to call another man Sexual Chocolate ever again.
Gotta call him Sexual Chocolate.
But if
It's a
you're going
thing.
to be in the Charlotte area on Saturday, try to make yourself out, make your way out. If you're going to be in the Pittsburgh area, make your way to the Eddie P Con. We got in December, we have the virtual con, we have OAX in February. Make your way to Bulletproof. Holler at Randy when you get there. Tell him I sent you. You know, we got some things popping, and I got a comic coming out as well. And
we gotta support that.
my book's about to be crazy. I can't talk crazy about books and my shit be trash. There's no way. And I got some special artists talking about doing some cover work for me as well. So. But with that, God bless y'all. Be safe. The world is crazy, man. Keep your head on the swivel, and always be kind to each other, man. You know, shoot, tomorrow's not promised. Holler at y'all later. Peace.